Do, 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 do.
Ooh. Are
We
we
live?
live? Barely. Me barely. I'm barely alive. Oh,
Barely alive.
barely
Oh,
alive. I found out that I was using this thing. Can you hear me fine?
yeah, I can hear you
Can
fine.
you? Yeah.
The Yeti, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to turn the silver part towards you a little bit, or
Well, I mean, I think I
oh, that's
would.
actually pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Hey,
Yeah.
Christina, how you doing? Brian,
Hey, Brian. So I come out pretty. Okay. Do I come out okay? Let me see. Over here. Over here. Over
yeah,
here.
you
Over
sound
here.
fine.
Yeah. Can you hear me here too?
Yep,
Okay. Okay. All right.
that's a better mic. I have the same. I have the Yeti mic also.
Yeah. Uh, It's a good mic, I think. But what? What is it that you joined there, bud?
I'm drawing magic. I'm gonna paint her tonight.
A magic,
So magic
magic.
with big boobs. Everybody
Uh,
wants big boobs.
Not me. I'm not the big boob.
Yeah, everybody wants big boobs, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants big boobs.
Well, they want that boob window,
They
The
always want the boob windows. I just
yeah.
don't know what it is with the boob windows, right? So I figured we just go easy tonight. Either draw a bunch of stuff or, you know, whatever, just to get, let people join in if they want to hang out and
I,
do some stuff.
I
Oh, you
found
got
more.
some
I'll get
nice.
some more pen.
Okay.
So I'm going through the pens. This is how freaking what do you call it? Red pack red I am. Why
That's
don't
me
I just
too.
throw this shit away? I mean, come on. So
I That's what I have here is stacks of it. Then I got bundles of it here on this side, and I'm surrounded with packs and packs of markers and pens, and I bought a bunch of these gradient markers from the dollar store. I want to try out. Right? They seem like fun. They're about 350 Canadian, but
mhm,
you can probably get them for about $2.
yeah.
They are some sort of gradient like.
I don't know why, but if I draw with these pens, if I find good one, I seem to draw okay. Now, what's Brad Dazel is asking? She want us to draw Surima, Queen of the Jungle, or she wants to draw?
In comic book style. Yeah, you can if you want.
Mm. Or she want to come on? She want to come
If she
on the
wants to come
board?
on, you're welcome to come on.
You want to
We're
come
just hanging
on?
out and chill. That's all we're doing, right? I'm working
Well,
on maybe I'll work on this magic piece. I was thinking of painting it, but I got
hi,
on a
hi,
phone call
psychedelic.
and yeah, right. I could pull out a piece of paper and draw something else and test out these markers.
Okay, let's see. Let me see if I could find the. Uh,
Hey, Mikey.
hey, Mikey.
Oh, let's see. What did I do? Did you see all these, Nauman?
Yeah, those are awesome. Those are awesome. Yeah, yeah.
So
I saw the. Ooh, that looks cool. I saw the. Yeah, I already saw that one. Yeah, I saw that one. That looks cool. I didn't see that one.
these were so I bought like I said before, right? So I I bought I bought these
Hello,
canvas
Jay.
paper from
Hello,
Temu,
Jay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey Jay, you're welcome to jump on, man. I guess we'll post the link. Anybody want to jump on?
Yeah, I already did. I already posted a link.
Right.
Now, what is what she's asking for Sarima? This is what I'm. Sarima.
Sarima, Queen of the Jungle in the comic book style.
I don't know who
So
that
I think
is.
that is a what do you call it? I don't know, the Golden Age, kind of. It's kind of like Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle, and all the other stuff back in the days. Yeah. So yeah, so I bought canvas paper from Temu, Temu, for so I bought a pack of 10 for like $10. So this is how big they are.
Okay.
Right. Oh, there, Mikey's on there. Should we add Mikey?
Hi guys.
Hey, Mikey, how are you?
How you doing, Mikey?
Good. How do you like? I finally shaved my beard. The
Yeah, you
majority
look
of
different.
people-
I missed the beard.
You missed the beard already? Oh man! You know what my beautiful wife Suzanne said? She said, "You look younger, honey." I said, "Oh."
Yeah, you do.
Hey,
Yeah.
Poken.
Hey, Naman, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Oh yeah, I really love that Doctor Doom
Yeah.
portrait there. That has realism there. That is totally cool.
Well,
Yeah.
so
Thanks for all the links,
I forgot what
Christina.
stream I was on. What stream did we did this on? Nauman, do you remember?
It was on Apex Comics, wasn't
Was
it?
it on Apex?
Apex,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's third anniversary. Yeah, I believe that's when we were seeing some portraits you were
Yeah.
doing. Yeah.
So it's really consists of this gray and
Hello, Christina Payne.
a green tone underneath and a little bit of orange. That's really what this is. So that's what the. So I wanted to see if I can simulate metal
Trying
in
to
paint,
save
and
on
that's
this
what this
thing.
was for,
And appearances.
right?
Oh, all set. All right.
Then we got the Ghost Rider. This one was, I'm trying to remember.
That was I saw
Water.
you did it on our stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this was, I think I did this with when I was on Niobe when we were just drawing live.
Okay.
Right. So that is, it's just red, orange, and yellow.
So I
Those
found
are
the bad
three.
pen. So good.
And the white, right? Then this one was.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like that one. You know what that reminds me of? Morbius.
Yeah.
That one reminds me of Morbius. Yeah. Because we had the movie, we got it. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I like that one for sure.
This was all painted, and I think I did this on Beyond Wednesday's stream. I think Mark Spear, he was interviewing Mark Spears or something when Mark Spear jumped on. I forget, that was a few days ago or something, right? So yeah, so I'm just testing out the canvas board, and this is $1 per canvas board. That's what this is. So the canvas board itself has these, as you can see, the textures, like the canvas textures, right?
Yeah. And how are you able to? Yeah, I saw you were peeling away when you were working on the other one.
Yeah. So they're just tape. They're masking
Rider.
tape. Yeah, they're
Hello,
just masking tape.
Yep.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Yeah. So I tape. So what I do is I tape the border.
Yeah.
So as you can see, there's the border. So I tape. It's hard to see there. There you go. So I put tape down. I put masking tape down, right? And I paint within this space. Then after I'm done, I just peel that off, and that should give me a clean line. That's what you guys are looking at.
Tibet.
Yeah, we got prayers. We got prayers up for the people in Tibet, people throughout that region of China. There is unfortunately 126 people gone.
For what?
Oh.
It's confirmed for the Tibetan earthquake. 7.1.
Oh no!
Oh,
I'm sorry to
geez.
hear.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, 126. And then California's lost 5 people already, and there are wildfires everywhere.
Yeah.
My sister
Nuts.
and my sister and her family are in danger. They live near Santa Monica, so yeah, they're in danger.
Sorry to hear. I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
Is that where the wildfire
right down
is?
this
Is that
way.
Santa Monica around that area, or is it out
No,
further?
she lives. They live in a place called Seal Beach, which is near Long Beach. Long Beach
Right.
is pretty
Yep.
close to Santa Monica Pier. The pier itself is in danger. I think it's gone. Somebody said it got burned up.
Yeah.
I can't confirm that yet.
Prayer up. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Because I used to live down in.
pier. That was a
yeah.
fun pier for me. I used to go to that. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't.
As a kid.
I was down in Orange County, so I used to live in Costa Mesa or Newport Beach.
Oh, okay. Do you have any family down there? Are you okay, Lo?
Yeah. I have family. They're fine. They're Fountain Valley, Irvine. They seem to be okay so far. I haven't heard anything from them. So
And
I just
Mike,
heard today about the fire. So
and Mike, you
Yeah.
gonna draw with us, or you're gonna? What are you gonna tell us a little bit about yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's not much to tell. Currently I live with my wife Suzanne. We have two beautiful black Persian cats, uh, named Moonpie and Deja Vu. Uh, Oh, they're somewhere now. They're hiding. Well, one's on the bed. Both of them are on the bed. They're laying there with Suzanne. Uh, yeah. Well, one of our girls is going to have a birthday coming up soon on
nice.
March 21st. Yeah, she's going to turn
Oh,
8 years old. The other
8.
one turned
Wow.
Yeah, my
8.
niece is the same. She's oh no, my
Young,
nephew.
young man. Then.
Yeah,
Young cats. Yeah, very young cats. And the other one, Deja Vu, she just got past 4 years old. She turned 4 last December, so her birthday's on December 1st. So we got
Mm,
we got that coming up
nice.
this year. And then let's see. Well, I mean, I'm originally from
Oh,
California
13.
myself. I lived in the Bay Area. Oh
Mm.
gosh, I'm sorry to hear that, Brian. Prayers up there. Yeah, lots of lost homes. Yeah, gotta be careful. Yeah. Right now, my sister's okay. She's there with her husband and with her son. They live in like I said, they live in a part of Seal Beach, which is close to Long Beach, but they're
yeah.
in a good
I know where
place.
Seal Beach is. Yeah,
Right, they're closer to the beach, so they're okay. But they can't go outside, because of the air quality is so bad.
yeah.
You know, hanging in the air and everything else that's happening. Um, let's see. Okay, so I'm originally from the Bay Area. I lived in San Francisco with my brother for a couple of years. We moved to Arizona. I lived in Arizona for over 40 years, about 46 years approximately.
Ooh,
I met my beautiful wife online back in March 1st of 2010. So this March 1st will be 15 years we've been a couple. And,
nice.
and we got
Congrats.
married in Arizona back in April of 2016. So that will be 9 years anniversary coming up for that. And then before that, uh, we got engaged in Niagara Falls, and she's a Universal Life Church minister, for real. She's certified and everything, so she can do weddings, she can do funerals, she can do everything. And we were there with her, me, and a witness, and we got engaged in Niagara Falls. We'll just say that. That was yeah. It's like Las Vegas. What stays in Niagara Falls
Stays
stays
in
in
Niagara
Niagara
Falls.
Falls. Exactly. Exactly. We've been there 3 times. It is fantastic. I don't think that any video you ever see of it, it's like the Grand Canyon because I brought, my beautiful wife to visit my parents down in Arizona. We got to see the Grand Canyon together. So until you see it for yourself in front of your face, you just don't believe videos or anything else. You have to
Yeah.
see it for yourself. It's one of those bucket list things you have to do now and look before you guys pass away, see it.
Yeah.
I'm in the
Yeah.
Toronto area, so that's Niagara Falls is I go there almost
Not too
every year.
far from you, yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I knew that lock. Is it pronounced lock or loke?
Either or is fine.
Okay,
It's I grew up as Locke, but my
loke.
French teachers and my the Catholic schools are always been Loke.
Loke.
So I kind of grew up either
Right.
or. It works fine with me.
Well, I come from a Roman Catholic background family, so that's why I
Exactly.
said it. Loke Nguyen. Yes,
And
That's
yes.
right.
And you don't pronounce the G. So
You don't
many
pronounce the
people,
G.
I'm telling you, can get it so wrong. And I'm like, please, that's a little disrespectful. You got to be able to learn how to pronounce a lot of the Asian last names like that,
now,
Yeah.
because
I need to ask some question to the chat here. Surima, Queen of the Jungle. If I look that up in Google Image, you show up. Let's see, where's her name?
Who shows up?
Brazilla.
Brasilia,
I'm sure.
she's in
Brazilla.
Brazil if she's saying Brasilia.
Brasilia. I
That's the
think that's
capital of Brazil. Yeah.
no. Here, this is her name. So if I
Oh,
look her up, I looked at Serena, Queen of the Jungle. If I looked it up, your image appears on your. Are you okay? Me showing your image on the. Are you okay showing it? Because
huh. Oh, it
Now
looks
I'm
like her.
curious.
huh?
Yeah, it likes her. It looks like her name is Bredazzle. Okay,
But that
Bredazzle.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure where that comes from, Bredazzle. It looks like it's a
But
collaboration of.
she's a YouTuber
Yeah.
and she looks like she like to cosplay in a some kind of a
Nice.
she like to cosplay in that kind of like a Sheena the Queen of Jungle, just like
Yeah,
Sheena
Serena.
the Queen.
Serena. Yeah,
But
Serena. Right. Queen of
her name is
Jungle.
Tarima, the Queen of Jungle.
Right.
But
Yeah.
she
One
want
of
us to
one of
draw
my.
like a comic character, and I was wondering if it's okay if we show her picture.
Yeah.
No, I will show us a respectful picture here. I think she'd be okay with it. Let me
Yeah.
see if
Yeah, no, I when I was still back in Arizona, I had gone to two different types of they're not really Comic Cons, I guess per se. There's a place in Arizona near Phoenix called the Arizona Science Center, and
Yep.
it was there
stay
that I
safe. Only
actually
show the comic character. Okay. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll just not show Serena unless she said on here she's okay with it.
right.
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, Jay Ryan said that. Yeah, so anyway, so when I went to the Arizona Science Center, I went there for two events. One of them was the James Bond exhibit. I was there for 6.5 hours. I got to become a worldwide James Bond fan member of their website, and of the company Eon Productions and Sony. Well, when Sony still owned it, and then now they no longer own it. Now it's back to MGM and Amazon now
Yeah.
own it. So they own the franchise. So, oh yeah, there's Sheena. Yeah, Sheena.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good one for you there, Loke. Mhm. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, you
Yeah.
could do that for sure.
That
You're
will
so
be something
talented.
later
You
on.
could draw that. You could. Yes, you could.
That
Yeah, so I mean, so I was there for James Bond exhibit. I loved it. Got to see all the some of the different gadgets. They had the car, uh, the original DB5
oh, the
from when
DV5.
Sean Connery was Bond. They had the Jaguar with the built-in machine gun prop from Die Another Day, which was on the ice there that Zhao was driving around in that green Jaguar. Oh my
Oh
God,
yeah.
so beautiful! Such a beautiful car. Really, really love seeing that. Um, let's see. So one of the prerequisites was that you had to own at least five of the movies. I actually own all of them except for Never Say Never Again, which I've still been trying to find. Because officially they said at one time that was non-canon, but it actually is canon. Just done in a different, it's done in the Bond universe, but in a different way. It's really hard how um, the creators now, Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson, described it, but they did a worldwide poll, and a lot of people said, "Hey, make it canon. It is
All
Connery's
right.
last appearance as Bond." So, yeah, officially it is. And it's wedged right in there between um, the For Your Eyes Only, which uh, Roger Moore did, rest in peace. Then it's the Never Say Never Again, and then it's Octopussy from 1983,
Yeah.
which also had Roger Moore in there and the beautiful Maud Adams. Oh, she's gone now, I think. I don't know if she's still around or not, but yeah, great actress. And she was actually in. You know what? Here a funny bit of information, FYI. She was actually in three movies. She was in The Man with the Golden Gun, playing Christopher Lee Scaramanga's girlfriend. Then she, like I said, she was an octopus. She was the head of a crime organization in that one, criminal organization that fought against Spectre or a form of Spectre.
Yeah.
And
Some
then
form of
she
specter.
was in the background. She was in the background for A View to a Kill. She's actually one of the ladies that comes off the cable car at the same time, and you can see her. She just kind of stands out, but you have to watch it. Like as soon as the moment happens when Roger comes off the cable car, she comes off too. So you see them two. She was uncredited, but she's in the background. She's there. So she did like 3 movies, and I was like, and that was all that knowledge. That's everything that was there. So I basically, I took their online poll, and of course, I got 100%. I mean, I'm a Bond fanatic. I love James Bond. James Bond is one of my all-time favorite
I love James
franchises.
Bond. I got the
You can never
blue.
get too much of James Bond. And the best part too is I've married Suzanne. Suzanne, her maiden name was Craig. It's different
Oh,
now.
right.
The
That's
last
right.
name
You
is
were talking about that.
Craig. Yeah, that's right. I did say that.
Daniel
Yeah,
Craig's is it cousin?
Daniel Craig. Yeah, he's a cousin, birth cousin on uh, Suzanne's father's side. Her father's passed away, unfortunately, a long time
Oh,
ago. But yeah, but on his side of the family, yeah. And so basically, Suzanne is 100% Scot, and so is Daniel. So
yeah.
they're Scots. They're Scotsmen and Scotwomen. Yeah. So I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. They're Scots people. Scotsmen, Scotswomen. So my beautiful woman is a loss. You know. So I mean, I always think of her as she is my Tracy. From the On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So she's my Tracy Bond, and I'm her James Bond, and that works for me. It's a beautiful thing.
You like
And we
James
got
Bond, huh?
cats. Yeah. And we got cats. Um, yeah, so excuse me. So I lived in a couple different places. Myself, I lived in Colorado for a short time. I lived in Oklahoma for a short time.
Oklahoma.
And
I'm from
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I lived near the village, which was, where they had that unfortunate, the monument that's there, the
I
Mirror
don't know
building, the
why. I
FBI
don't know
building.
why. I don't know why, but if I have her face this side, I don't do as if I face the other way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was there for that and saw that monument. It's has all these chairs out there, which were the kids that were in that building when it got, the thing. I don't want to say it here, but
Mike,
when it
you
happened.
join with us, or you gonna join with us, or are you not joining? Are you a YouTuber or?
Yeah, Mike does some YouTube stuff with a bunch of I'm trying to remember. I love comics or those I forget. Mikey?
Oh, me? Oh no, I do a lot of pop culture.
Yeah, he does a lot of
I
pop
cover a
culture.
lot of pop culture. Yeah. In fact, next week we restart our pop culture, what I call weekly webcam series. We cover a lot of different shows and we do reviews on, and soon I'll be doing some uh, sharing screens with fan films on Saturdays, every other Saturday.
Oh yeah?
Um, yeah,
What's
yeah.
the fan film you're doing? What's the first one
Well,
you
we're doing well. We're when we start next Monday, we do an episode of Red Dwarf. We're on to season 4 right now,
Red Dwarf?
episode 1. Yeah, Red Dwarf. Do you know that show is one of the longest running British TV series,
No, I did
sci-fi or
not know
whatever?
that. I remember seeing the first one.
It's been there for 34 years now. And they have like how
34
many? They have
years.
like
Wow.
32, I think, different what they call a series. Their series is like just a bunch of like 6 episodes, and they do
Is it the
a
longest running? I
segment.
thought the Doctor was the longest running.
Well, Doctor Who is still the longer running than them, yes.
Right.
But Red Dwarf is right there behind them.
Is this still going on right now? Even like
Oh, it still
Cat,
is, yeah.
the original
Oh
character,
yeah.
and
Yeah, Dave Lister, the cat, Crichton,
yeah,
Rimmer.
Rimmer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That guy, Chris Berry. You remember he was the butler in 2 of those films that Tomb Raider, Angelina Jolie did.
That's
A
right.
lot of people
Yeah.
don't remember that, but we have the films. I know it's him. It's Chris Berry, and I was like, he's hilarious. I mean, he can do a lot of great roles there. Uh, yeah, so like I said, and I was in Florida for a couple weeks. I was trying out for the Navy back in the early '80s, mid '80s, and I didn't quite work out, so I came home. But I tried to be in the U.S. Navy. I've met a few naval people, very nice people, military members, and so forth. I've had family. I've had cousins that have been in the military
Hey,
themselves, in
Jen.
the army, and so forth. Yeah. Hello, Jean Maldo. Good evening.
Good evening,
Ah,
Jen.
bonsoir, les amis. Ah, French. You got to love the French. You got to love the French. Um, let's see. Yeah. So after I met Suzanne online back in 2010, um, if somebody asked me if I said to them that I was going to be moving to another country like Canada here, in several years from now or a couple years from now, back then, and this was during one of my high school reunions I went to. I think it was my 20th. And if I had told them back then, hey, I'm moving to another country, they would have thought I was nuts. And I said, well,
Oh, you're in Canada
hey, here
now,
I
huh?
am, Yeah. You know what? I learned that if you only go up to your 30th high school reunion, I think
Yeah.
that's just fine. I think that's just fine. Because,
I have
over
not
30
been
years of
to
time, a lot of people change, some for the better, some for the worse, but otherwise it's good to run into some people like that. I was thankful that I got to run into one of my closest friends, who I had known since grade school, way back. So, and we stayed friends with each of our families. Unfortunately, she lost her mother, so both her folks were gone. I
Oh,
know Suzanne lost hers way back when she was younger. And then we just recently had a friend of ours that lost his mother, so now, I think all he's got left is his dad. I didn't even know his dad was still around, but he's 90 years old, so he's out there somewhere in California too. So we have to be careful with him. I don't know where he is in that area, but I hope he's all right. I hope he's safe.
yeah, I gotta check
Uh,
friends.
anyway, yeah, yeah. So basically, I went up to visit Suzanne in 2015. We came back, got married in a nice little courthouse ceremony with my parents were witnesses, and then we came back here in 2017. I went ahead and quit my job because it was time. I was able to walk away. I had the funds. I could do it. To take a trip back here to to Toronto, where we live in the Toronto area, and you know, and that was it. I mean, I've been here now I've been a Canadian citizen now for 7 years.
Wow.
So
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
since September of 2017. So
Wow.
yeah, I love it, and I love the winter time. I know a
Yeah,
lot of
I
people
know.
think I'm
It's
nuts, but
that's the one thing I miss about living in California is the
yes.
lack of snow.
Oh yeah, the lack of I lived in Arizona, like I said, for 46 years of my life. I had
Yeah.
lots of lack of snow. If I
Well,
wanted to go see anything, yeah, well, I mean, I lived in the central part of the state. If you wanted to find snow, you go 2 hours up to Flagstaff,
exactly,
and
exactly.
you see all the snow up there you want. Then that's enough for you, right? I
Yeah,
mean, you can deal with that. And
I remember
I
Christmas
mean, just
time.
but when I moved here, it was like a whole new. Oh, I like that. I like the photo so far. It's looking good. Or the portrait. What am I saying? The photo? I don't know. Anyway, the portrait looks good so far. Uh, yeah. So I mean, just moving up here, a whole new experience. But I'm used to it now. I've done some things I wanted to do. Like we went the first year I was here. We went downtown to Toronto and celebrated New Year's Eve. Oh, that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
My God, can you imagine over 1,000 people, maybe close to 5,000, and they're all jamming for position, trying to get in there to watch the fireworks and
Yep.
everything. And
Did you
we
go
were
down to
lucky.
Nathan Phillips Square or did you go
Yeah, we
down?
did. Yeah, we did. Well, Suzanne and I, we have walkers. We both have type 2 diabetes. So
Oh,
we're fighting that. We've been
yeah, that
fighting that for
that
a
would be
while.
tough. Yes, that would be
Yeah,
tough.
and it's not incapacitating, but it uh doesn't allow us to be able to walk around freely with other
Yeah.
people. So we have to use both of us have to use walkers for rehab. purposes. But we were able to get over there to Nathan Phillips to watch the fireworks, and we were right up close, and we were on a balcony, which was specifically set aside for physically,
Yep.
handicapped. So yeah, so both of us got a chance to see that. But that will be the last time I decide to go downtown for anything major.
You got to be
I
younger
was there,
at that time. Yeah. You
yeah, at
really
that
do have to
time.
be young to be downtown.
Oh my gosh, they were forcing us downstairs. The elevators weren't available. So they're forcing two of us on walkers downstairs with another 1,000 people.
Yeah.
That was just insane. I don't know. I don't know to this day how we got back alive because there was so many people rushing out of there to get home.
Yeah.
And it was the middle of December, and going into January, and it was cold, and plus it did snow like
Yep.
that night. So it was, yes. So there was just all that freezing bitter cold and everything else going on. And
Welcome to
yeah,
Toronto.
and I also remember we went down to see game 2 of the Toronto Golden State game, the one the NBA finals that, eventually, you know, Go North got, they finally got their first ever NBA title. But we were there for game 2, the game that Golden State actually
Oh, we lost them?
I don't know.
Mikey? Did we lose you?
circle of death. Yeah,
Nope.
I'm here. I just saw
Oh,
the
there you go.
circle of death. Yeah, I'm still here. Wow. Yeah. And right now it's 15 degrees Fahrenheit, by the way. I
Yep.
don't go into the Celsius thing. Do you go into the Celsius thing? I don't think you do, Luke. No, no. I don't follow that. Celsius, what's that? Uh, anyway, long story short, so we went to see the game. Of course, we know they won game 2 that, the Warriors. That's my team because I am a Bay Area boy. So, Giants, you name it, Giants, Warriors, 49ers, Sharks, from the NHL, that's all about me, those teams. So, we saw it in, outside big screen TV. People were starting to get into it with us. I didn't realize that some Torontonians were very passionate
Oh,
about
yeah. We're a
basketball.
sports fan up here, but
I
most,
understand, but
yeah,
you're the only NBA team up here up north. You used to have the
exactly.
Vancouver Grizzlies, and then you
Yeah.
sent them down to Memphis. Memphis, yeah. Uh-huh. Sure.
We lose a lot of
So
sports teams due to
I do.
the money.
I love. Well, I adopted the Toronto Argonauts. Yay, Grey Cup.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yay. Yeah, they beat Winnipeg Blue Bombers. That was fun. That was fun to watch. Yeah, that was awesome. Because I love football, and you can't really get NFL football up here, but Canadian football's got, an extended field. It's nice, and
Yeah.
their rules are slightly different, not quite, but I mean it's acceptable. Um, exactly, Jay Ryan. That is exactly correct. I'm not the elite, okay? No, I'm a normal citizen, okay? I'm not elite, not that. Um, let's see, what else am I thinking of? Okay, so we saw that, got the heck out of Dodge, just kind of left the city because it was nuts. People were upset, of course, because they lost the game. So Raptors fans were not happy. But eventually they got happy because they won the entire series, so they don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
And let's see. Yeah, I mean, we live pretty close. Uh, we live in Scarborough area, so we
Oh,
live
so
pretty
you're
close.
near
Yeah, we're close
you
to Lake
go
Ontario. Yeah, the Scarborough Bluffs
yeah.
and the park that's down there. Yeah, and the beach. Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah, we had
When
our
it's
wedding
summer,
photo
it's
around
fun.
that area.
Yeah, exactly. Hello, Kenneth Bird. Hi to everyone is here tonight. And hey, Kenneth and hello, Jean. Yeah, and you guys acknowledge everybody too. I like that. That's great. I try to do that for our channel too. Me and Mikey Sus 4. Um, and Jean says art and times. Hello. Yeah.
Mikey, do you collect comics or anything like that?
Yeah. One time when I was a kid, I used to collect Spider-Man comics.
Are you reading
I
anything
don't.
from right now, or just mostly
No,
pop culture
just
stuff?
mostly trying to work on our channel, doing pop culture and stuff. Like I said, we do Red Dwarf on Monday. We do the original Star Trek series. I'll be working on episode 7 of that on Tuesday, next Tuesday. And I'm still giving reviews of The Greatest American Hero, which had William Catt, Connie
Yeah.
Selica, Robert Culp. I'm into season 3 of that now. And did you know there was a episode? Technically, there are 44 episodes, but there was a 45 episode which came out 4 years later in 1987, and that was supposed to be called The Greatest American Heroine. So it was going to be a female
Really?
superhero. Yeah, and it didn't work out. It was a pilot episode, and it didn't quite work out. The network at that time, NBC, didn't pick it up or anything, so it didn't help. Didn't come up. But I mean, the episode's there. It exists. It's on YouTube. You can see it, public domain. It's available. So I'll be talking about that episode too. And then when we're done, then I'm going to be on those Wednesdays. I'll start doing pop culture reviews of Get Smart. I'm so excited about that. Oh, you don't know. Dick Gautier is
Agent
Jaime,
99.
Don Adams, Barbara Feldon,
Mm.
the late Pratt, that was Chief. Um, you know, and I'll even include the Fox series they had where it was the new Get Smart, which had Andy Dick, playing, Don Adams and Barbara's son, the son of Maxwell Smart, who was actually pretty dumb himself. And then they had that supermodel lady that was on there. Can't remember that actress name, but they were on there for like 6 or 7 episodes, and then it kind of petered out. So yeah, so that's that series I'll be covering, and in a few short weeks, and then also, let's see. Oh, you know what I missed about that new Get Smart was the fact that Bernie Kopell, who played Chaos's leader Siegfried, actually returned and he came back for an episode. So I'm very happy when I cover those that to read about him. Well, he's passed away now, but he was on the Love Boat. He was the doctor, of Doctor of Love. He always fell in love with women, all that stuff.
You don't mind
Bernie
asking how
Kopell.
old are you, Mike?
Me?
Mikey, yeah.
Oh, in September I turned the big 60.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm 59 right now. I know. I don't look it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom.
Oh wow, nice. That's
That came
good.
from Mom's genes, not not my dad. That's from Mom. That's why I look
I
like
mean,
this.
you're talking about all these shows that a lot of young people probably won't recognize.
Yeah.
A lot of them
Yeah.
don't recognize, but they should. That's why I'm trying. That's what one of the goals of Mikey
Why?
Susan Moore
Why?
channel
No,
is.
no, no, no. Why they should? Why they should?
Well, because that's when TV was good.
Oh, come
Nowadays, if
on.
you watch
Well,
stuff,
come on. The entertainment is very subjective. So how do you how do you say that you don't say it's good? Why is it good?
well, it's good because the storylines were well written. Even the comedy,
I
like I
mean,
say, even the comedy was
again,
well written.
yeah. That's just saying you saying so. Well
The
written.
cleavage.
So why is it well written?
Well, it's well written. It's well written because people actually had creative thoughts in their minds back then. If you notice lately, there's a lot of series that the creative writers, there's no creativity, there's no originality,
Oh,
right?
originality.
So
Okay, you think it
that's
was
what I said.
more original back then? Where
Correct.
where
Everything that I do is I pick out when I talk about pop culture series, I do pick out the originality of those series and I pick out how creative they were and how they really made people laugh in a good way, how they made them respect the research and everything else that was done. Like, for I wanted to say this, for Get Smart, some of that research and the way they were able to go, Buck Henry is a not only, well, he's passed away now, but Buck Henry back then not only was a comedy writer, but he was also a political analyst,
okay.
and
Oh, no,
he
not
helped
politics
create,
here.
yeah, and he helped create Saturday Night Live too. Remember, he was one of the co-founders of that, along with Lorne Michaels and so forth. So I mean, all these people had those, and and even some people forget that Conan O'Brien was one of the early writers of Saturday Night Live too. So
Yeah.
back then they all had originality. They had some thoughts. They knew what they wanted to put out there, and it worked. I mean, it just worked. And nowadays you
Well,
don't see that.
so you think they don't have original ideas? Are they copying someone? Who they copying?
I just think they're copying themselves. I think they go back to some
Same
of
thing
the
over and over
older
again.
ideas. Right. They go back to some older ideas and then they rehash, right, Look, they rehash
Ah,
everything and then they bring back stuff and it's weird. I'm like,
you
come
talking about
on.
movie or TV shows?
Anything, movie, TV, film, even some songs had been redone over the years, which I don't like. I like the original songs. I just don't like hearing other people mock an original song and make it their own way and go hip hop boop 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 and all this stuff. No,
Boop
I
boop
don't
boop
like
boop.
that. Yeah, boop boop
I
boop.
don't know how that goes.
I can't. I'm not that
We
big into
feel
hip
like a
hop at
bunch of
all,
old
so I
men.
can't really. I can't just go boop 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 boop. Things like that. No, and I
I
can't do that.
mean, if you're gonna tell them they're not original, you have to say why they're not original, right?
Well, I have to. I
It's
have to
it's only
mention,
fair, right?
of course. Well, I have to mention that uh, the ideas are original. They're creative. They're thoughtful. And they were appealing to a very wide audience. Nowadays, you may not see that very often. In
Okay,
fact,
so
it's
who are the
barely even
audience?
there.
You say wide audience. Who are the audience?
Well, look at the audience that you've got now. Okay,
Uh
the
huh.
audience you're supposed to have is supposed to be like your say your teen to like your 20s, like your 20s or 30s, and you're supposed to give them something they want to enjoy watching. And when people watch certain series now, I can't remember them all, but there's a few out there now. And when they watch these series, they lack, like I
Eh,
said, they lack the
hold on. I got
creative.
someone in the backstage. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I do want to say this is a uh, drawing stream.
It's not
Jin,
a drawing stream.
Jin, hello, Jin. I hope you came here to
Hey,
draw. Jin,
Hey, G Malo.
hey,
okay.
Jin. How are you, Jin?
How- How's it going, guys?
How are
I'm
you?
doing good, man. How are you, sir?
Doing good.
Are
I
you
was,
here to draw with us, or you're here to tell us why nobody's original?
no. I'm not here to draw. I don't have
Oh,
any pencils out. So,
oh, okay.
but I was looking at Locke's drawing there, and he added something that we desperately needed in the drawing.
The boobs, the boobs,
But no, the cleavage.
cleavage. Yeah, the boob
All
window,
we
right?
needed to add
Or
was that
what
little
he says,
line, and
Hey,
right?
I
Yeah,
said that's original. Oh, okay. You know what?
that's
Don't
original.
have to be original. Boobs always good, no matter what. I mean,
but
come on.
Yeah, but if you
in
want to be
that
proper,
vein,
you
in
say
that
cleavage.
vein,
That's just saying. You want to be proper, be cleavage. If you want to be the other way, say the boobs. Boo. Yeah,
I
Oh,
exactly.
I
Right,
wanted to
Gene?
I'm
show
sorry.
you
I'm
Oh
not
man.
so original. Boob is good.
they're neither
Cleavage
or.
is
They're
it's
just
good.
kind of
fun balloons.
appropriate.
They're just
Oh yeah.
fun balloons.
Can you enhance, Naman? Can you enhance Gene Malo's
Yeah.
portrait there for a minute?
Oh,
Oops.
No, no, no. The
Hold on.
Gene.
Just hold
Oh
on.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh
It's a
wow.
negative.
Okay.
who
Totally
did
see
that?
that.
Did you do that, Gene?
No. I'm not that good.
But it looks great though.
That's
So
Gun
where'd that
Honey
come
number
from?
one.
Where'd that come from?
That's Gun Honey,
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Blood on
yeah, the
Blood,
gun
or
honey
something like
stuff.
that.
Oh, nice, nice.
Wait a
Yeah,
minute,
now,
I'm not done.
yeah, now
I can
look.
find it.
What I wanted to say was earlier was one of my nieces did go to one of her first Comic Cons. I'm not sure how many she's been to since then, but she went as one of the characters from Sailor Moon,
Oh
full
yeah,
to the nines, dressed up
nice.
and everything.
Which
Yeah,
one? Which Comic Con did you go to? Here in Toronto or down
no,
in
no, no, back in Arizona in Phoenix,
Arizona? Yeah, okay.
Phoenix Comic Con. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
she
bigger,
got dressed up and everything as one of the Sailor
nice.
Moon characters. Yeah, she loved
That's
it. She said it was a great
that's another
experience.
one that goes with the Locke's team of drawings there.
Okay, yeah, that one's a little more exposed.
But this is the kick. This is the kicker. I just got this today from my good friend Stevie B.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, Stevie B, Gundam Man. Oh
I thought it
wow.
was
Nice.
I thought it was Condor Man.
No,
No,
Condom
it's
Man.
Condom Man.
Yeah.
And look at
That's
this.
Gundam Man.
very original,
What?
right? Condom Man.
That is definitely original. Yes, I agree. Yes.
I mean, I wanted to show these.
Does
Thank you,
does he?
Jen, for showing us some original Condom Man stuff.
And Condom Man, if you look on eBay, they're expensive.
Oh yeah,
I'm
how
sure
much?
they are.
Yeah.
Most of them have
Wow.
been picked up by Comic Vantage.
Are condoms nowadays expensive?
I have no idea.
Condor
No
Man,
way.
they're
Oh,
expensive.
Condom Man is expensive.
Yeah, Condom Man, yeah, is expensive.
So does Condom Man promote safe sex?
Oh, I haven't read it yet. I'm kind of scared actually. So
That's right.
That's a very it has a public message too. I like that. It comes with a public message.
Hey,
Condom Man. It's just
If
it's like
if he's promoting you
safe
know,
sex.
yes.
if he's promoting safe sex, I'm all for it. But I mean,
Yeah, I'm for that myself.
But they certainly are not promoting promiscuity. No.
No. He
No.
wouldn't promote promiscuity. He'd actually promote what's the one where you abstain? What's
No.
the word that you abstain from sex or something? I don't know.
chastity or something like that. There isn't that it?
Yeah.
Chastity or something
No,
like that.
not chastity. Oh crap. What's that word?
Abstinent?
Yeah. Well, for a
Abstinence.
woman it's chastity belt, but like chastity. But for a man it's different.
It's just torture. That's what it is.
It is
Blue
torture.
balls.
Blue
Yes,
That's what it is. I mean,
torturous. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. How about
When you
old age?
can't-
How about old age?
When you can't anymore, what's the point of having women? I mean,
Bunch of old guys out here.
If you believe the stories we've heard recently about these AI fem robots that can actually pleasure you, if you believe any of that news, I don't know. They said, yeah, you can actually do it to a robot now. I'm like, why would you want to do it to something metal? I don't get it.
yeah. I don't know. The pinching with the gears there is the part that I don't like.
I mean,
if you think about it, that I don't know.
Gene,
Anywhere
right?
but there. I mean,
Oh,
if you want to
God.
pinch me, I mean,
Thank God I have a beautiful wife. I don't have to think about that myself. I'm all right.
there you go. You see, you're one of the lucky ones.
I am one of the lucky ones. I have a beautiful lady here. Yeah. We're gonna be approaching. I just said to these fine gentlemen, we're gonna be approaching 15 years together as a couple, Gene. March 1st of this year.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's
Thank you.
I
Well,
have to
yeah.
rely on Mr. Risty.
mm,
But at
Yeah.
least I don't get bitched at, and it never
Well,
says
there you
no.
go. There you go.
So
That works too. Yeah.
never a headache in
I like
sight.
how I like how Luke is making it, making the structure there, the bone structure prominent, but not standing out too much. So that's original too. That's some originality there for Luke. Yeah,
I'm
sure.
Still
debating
above
on
average, though.
yeah.
doing a wash on this or start going in doing a complete painting. That's
That's up to you, sir.
I know
Uh-huh.
that's the thing. That's the difficult part.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you Nauman? Do you live by yourself? Are you a single man? You
no,
live by yourself?
I'm a happily married man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
retired, Nauman, or no? You haven't retired.
No,
yet.
no, I'm not
Oh, you haven't
retired.
retired yet,
I'm
yeah.
still
Oh
working.
no, he's not retired. No.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I want to retire.
He'll know. Nauman is self-assured man. He'll know when he's ready to walk away. Yeah, he'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really at the time my wife walked away because of medical reasons. She had to. She had no choice. When I had just turned 52, I realized I had worked 35 years of my life since I was 17. So, and you know, my dad is now 80 years old. He just celebrated his 80th birthday last year, but he was 60 when he had a major heart attack and he almost died. And I was there for him, and I had to tell him, I said, "Look, Dad, when I'm ready to walk away, because you know, both my parents' sides really have problems with heart disease and so forth. Not going into too much detail, but the fact is I told my dad, look, when I'm ready to walk away, I'm going to do it on my under my own terms, and it's going to be when I'm gone, and that's it. And little did I know that after I finally retired, you know, put myself into retirement, that I would move here to Canada eventually to be here with my wife. And I found out I had diabetes, and that was type 2. And I was very scared about that because I would have never been diagnosed down in the States. I'm not saying the States doesn't actually examine for things like that, but I wouldn't have been more aware of what happened to me until I got here. And then with the healthcare system as it is, you know, I've been trying to reduce weight. I've been trying to, you know, take vitamins and do other things, so other supplements. And I did take some heart medicine earlier for myself when I first found out my diagnosis. So I like to say that I made my dad proud by avoiding the heart attack. Thankfully, you know, tap on wood here, to avoid a heart attack and to avoid problems like that in the future. And you know, I don't want to. I don't want to end up with a heart stent. You know, one of my friends who's only a few months older than me and is 60 years old, this year, will be 60, already has one. He's already suffered a heart attack. And my dad has his, but he's 80. You know, he's worked himself, you know, over the last 20 years to a better uh you know, health wise state. So I'm just thankful for all of that. And Suzanne feeds me really well with natural foods and things because you know, when you're in America, they have a lot of processed foods. That's really hard stuff
We got that
to
here
deal with.
too, right? So
Oh,
it's
sometimes you do, yeah, but not all the time, Luke. Not all the time. That it's
I,
you just have to know what to eat. That's the thing. You have to
yeah.
be choosy. You have to be picky.
you know, United States is a free country, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you take care of yourself. You know what? I mean, I don't blame no one else but myself for uh, having a stroke. You know that
Yeah.
because 80% of your stroke could be prevented, right?
Of course.
I don't blame our society for my stroke. I don't blame America for my stroke or Canada for
No.
my stroke. I
No.
mean, I didn't take
Blame
care of
Canada.
myself, right?
Blame Canada. Robin Williams, blame Canada.
Blame Canada. Okay,
Yeah, Robin
blame
Williams
Canada.
sang that one time. That was a song from South Park Uncut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Which
Let's
actually was up for a Oscar for best song. Oh my God.
We have our issues in Canada, but it's a great country.
It is still a good country. Admire. I mean, we're gonna, you know, without sounding too political, we're gonna get rid of one Pierre and have another Pierre come in.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
no, we don't want the second one.
Yeah, we don't want the second one.
No,
You
no,
don't want the second
definitely
one.
not. We don't want the second one.
We definitely
Okay.
Second one, what?
The
Pierre Perlat.
second Paul,
Yes.
Pierre, that is second Pierre. No, no, we don't want that one.
Yeah.
No, he resembles to someone too much, and
Yeah.
we don't need a second one of those either. So
Yeah.
now we
Mm.
have a great country. There's a decent health system. It's
Yeah, you
free.
guys have a pretty good health
Second in the
system.
world. Yeah.
It's free.
And it's
No.
It's
free.
not free. It's
Mm.
it's tax. It's from our tax. Our tax
It
dollar
has the
doesn't go to
tax
the
Yeah, but
dollars,
movie.
I mean,
but
we
Yeah.
can still say it's free compared
Yes.
to.
we can go. Yeah, we can go in and get things done. Yeah, my wife needs to get some knee surgery done. Both of her
I'll be
uh
right back. I'll be
both her
right back,
knees are
guys.
missing.
Yeah. No worries,
Yeah,
Nelman.
yeah. Hey, no,
All right.
yeah. Both my wife's both her knees are missing. It's bone on bone, so yeah,
Ooh,
she needs to get them worked on. Yeah.
I twisted my meniscus about 5 years ago. So
Oh no,
5 years?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
Oh no, I'm okay. I'm recovered. I did it
Yeah.
in karate class, so that was my.
Are you a black belt yet?
No, I'm a purple belt going on to brown, and
Okay.
that was my intention was to try to get a black belt, but that didn't work very well right now. So I'm trying to. Once
Yeah.
I'm back to health, then maybe I'll go back into karate. I should do a little bit of purple.
So where does your Instagram come from? Mad Monkey Love. Where does that come from?
I when I think around 95, 96, when I moved down to California,
Yeah.
I think Gmail started to show up.
Oh,
Gmail
okay, Gmail. Yeah, because we have a Gmail account.
back in the day, it was Hotmail, then Gmail, the whole bit. Then
Now there's just regular mail. We have mail.com. We have that, and I believe we have one Gmail account.
yeah,
So, yeah.
so that's how it all started somewhere because I was just being what do you call it? My nephew was being born around there, around that time.
Oh,
No,
cool. Yeah.
and he's curled his feet. He's like a little monkey kind of thing. So
He's a little
that's where
monkey, so
the
that's where it came from. Oh,
that's pretty
okay.
much yeah.
All right. That's cute. Yeah, we have 6 nieces and nephews. One is engaged to be married, and she lives in Maine with her fiance.
All right.
One is married, one of our nephews, and he's down there in Arizona. And the other one is still dating her same boyfriend back there in Arizona. And then one of them graduated from uh, UW, which is known as University of Washington,
Yep.
and he has his girlfriend. And then our other niece actually moved back to Japan, and she is living her life on her own terms. You know, she's 18, 19 years old. And
Yep.
she's
I'm
enjoying
under
life.
that age. Yeah.
So, we're encouraging that. We want her to live her own life and have fun and do what she wants to do. So that's her deal. And then our very youngest nephew, who is 6, I believe, right now, still lives in California with his mom and dad. But I'm worried. We're both worried about him. All of our immediate family is worried because of the wildfires. So I hope they're
Yeah.
okay down
Yeah.
there.
I have to check. I noticed the flames and stuff like that. So
Yeah, did you know it burned down some major things? I heard that, like I said, I heard the Santa Monica Pier might have been gone because some people looked for it
oh,
and it wasn't there. So I don't know what was going on with that.
that looks.
Um, but I do know that the Will Rogers house is gone. That one's completely
Oh
gone.
my God. Oh geez,
Mhm.
Louise.
Yeah,
I remember
Will
visiting that.
Rogers. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I remember
and
visiting that.
that to me speaks volumes because I used to read Will Rogers. I used to read Zane Grey when I was growing up. And we had this thing called the rodeo fire up in Payson, Arizona, and that destroyed the Zane Grey cabin, was in Coles Ranch. And I remember going through that cabin and seeing it. It was a nice little museum piece, a cabin there out in the middle of the woods and beautiful. And now it's been gone for years now, so they never replaced it. So, I mean, that's gone, and now Will Rogers' place is gone. I was like, wow, just unbelievable, And then here's the weird part. When you see James Woods, who did the John Carpenter movie Vampires and other
Yep.
things he did, and you see him with a fear in his eyes, which is completely founded, like completely real. Sincerity. He's very scared. He had a neighbor who said he was going through dementia, and in his 90s, and they had to go rescue him because for some reason they thought he was. They lived in the Pacific Palisades area, and they thought, all the neighbors know each other, and they thought that he was still in the hospital, and they found out he had went back to his house. So he was
Yeah.
the only person in there. So they carry him out of there, with James and some other person, one other neighbor helping him to get him out. Luckily, they got him out of there. But when you see this fear in James Wood's eyes, it's real. Then you know it's real because I saw his interview and I was like, well, yeah, this guy was scared to death. I've never seen James Wood scared. I've never seen that, and I know he is a brave man, and to just see the fear in his eyes it was just hard to watch. It really was. And I can only imagine how other celebs and whatever, real people that really care about other people, and I can only imagine what they're going through right now. They said already over 1,000 homes are gone, so it's
I
I
have
don't
to
know.
check and see if they went up to Palos Verde or anything like that around that area.
Palos Verdes, I don't know if it did yet. I know these were the four major areas they mentioned. There was a small one in Silmar, and there was one there at Pacific Palisades. There was another one over in the what do they call it? And near Santa Monica, that was one. And then they had another one which is up there near where the sign is, where Hollywood sign, and
Yep.
up in the mountains up there. Yeah. So they've had a few of those.
The
I'm
police
gonna go,
training ground is
guys.
up there.
I gotta.
Oh, all right,
See
Gmo.
you, Gene.
Thanks for
Hey,
letting
See you
me
Yeah.
Gene.
later.
join you.
Thanks for showing
Gene,
us those books, Gene.
Yeah.
Take care.
take care, brother. And then there were four. I always say that. Yeah. So what was I trying to say before? Oh, okay. So like I said, besides the Greatest American Hero, I also do reviews on the 18th. That was my favorite series growing up in the 80s. I
Yep.
love that
Dun
show.
dun dun dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun.
dun. Yeah.
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun. I know. I grew up
Dun, dun, dun,
Hannibal.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, great stuff. Did you know? Did you know? I love quoting "Did you know" stuff. FYI. Okay, so there was person, one person that got killed, and the actor that played him, Jack Ging, that was General Fulbright, and Fulbright got shot in the back and died.
In
That was
real
the
life?
episode. Yeah, he played a character called General Fulbright. He was chasing
Um,
after the A team, and there's an episode which has Tia Carrere. You know Tia Carrere,
Yeah,
right? From
I
Wayne's
know.
World.
Tia was my
Uh,
swing.
Swing! Yeah, Tia Carrere. Anyway, so in that episode, Gang plays Fulbright, and they're getting ready to board a chopper. Get on the chopper! I love quoting Arnold that way. And so he's getting ready to get on the helicopter. He gets shot in the back. So he dies. He is the only character that I know of in the entire 5-year run of, A Team that got killed in an episode. And then what happens is the guy who shot him off screen gets burned alive by Hannibal. Hannibal pulls out George Papard pulls out a flamethrower and burns this guy to death, after he shot Fulbright. So,
What about
so
the
we can assume
henchmen?
there's
Those
just two
henchmen,
people
don't they
dead,
die?
but what's that?
What about the henchmen and stuff? Don't they die? I remember seeing them like falling off
You know what?
buildings
I've
and
never
stuff.
seen henchmen die. No, I've seen them like get shot at, blown up, and whatever, but you know, or punched out, whatever. But you never see them die. No,
Yeah, I
no.
gotta
This was
watch it
this was the
again.
only time. This was the only time in the entire 5-year series that they had someone actually die, and that's really important to remember because you didn't see a lot of other people, even though you'd seen like, cars get blown up, trucks get blown up, even the van itself got blown up a few times. And yet, that they still survive, everybody's okay. And, well, even at, the 3-part episode, they have the trial. And at the end, you know how the guys, the three main guys there, because of course Murdoch, Hollyman Murdoch avoids it all the time,
That's
from
right.
getting in trouble. but he's the fourth member of the team. And what happens is at the end of the third part of the trial, they get, they're set up as a, firing squad, and the army kills all three of them supposedly.
Yeah,
But
I
then
remember that episode. That was the season cliffhanger or
that
whatever.
was the cliffhanger. But then they survived, and then they had to go work for Robert Vaughn.
That's right.
You know, and I've always said that the guy that played Frankie in that, Frankie Velez or whatever his name was, I think he really did bring down the series. I think if they don't have him in there, and they just keep the four guys and Robert Vaughn, they might have gone on for at least another season.
Right.
At least another, maybe one or two seasons. I think at least one. And so they
I
probably
kind
would
of
have come
grew
with
out of
6
it. I
years
remember
instead of
that.
5.
I
I
remember
did
growing out of
too.
it.
I did too. In fact, as it was getting closer to the end, which I didn't realize yet, but as it was getting closer to the end of the series itself, I realized that the stories were getting a little numbing. They weren't as good. And also, I mean, if you think about it, one of the very few episodes that actually was decent was where we were just talking about being original. They went back and they brought back David McCallum, from The Man from Uncle that played Kiryakin, and of course, they had already Robert Vaughn, of course, played, Solo, you know. And so they did a thing called the Spy from Uncle affair. And it was where Robert Vaughn's, general gets kidnapped. And if they don't get him back, and if he gets killed, then the A team will be exposed. Because you remember their deaths were kept secret and everything was fine. But if, the general who's running things with them gets killed or got captured, and if he gets killed, the A team immediately goes back on the run. So, it's from the military. So it's really, I mean, that was the only really, I think one of the more well written episodes of the whole season 5.
Series. Yeah.
But that was about it. I mean, and then I think, yeah, and there is one other one. It's where the football players are all involved. They're playing a football game supposedly over in the area what they call NFL Europe, and it has Joe Namath and a few other people in it. It's really
Hmm.
actually pretty good.
You
Yeah, it's a
bring
good
out these
episode.
names that are very.
What's that,
Uh,
Naman?
you bring out some old names.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
knows because he's on top of the pop culture stuff, which is kind of
I'm on
interesting
top of
to
Um,
that
listen
pop
to.
culture stuff.
Joe Namath is a football player. Is that
Yes.
football is a part of the culture, pop culture?
To
Well,
some
some
extent, it can
actors.
be. Sure,
Uh-huh.
it depends on the actors themselves. Well, I worked with a former NFL player. He's an announcer now for Fox. His name is Howie Long. He used to play with the Oakland Raiders before they eventually became Los Angeles, and now
I
that
know
the
who
Las
Howie
Vegas
Long is,
Raiders.
man. I know who Joe Namath is.
Yeah,
But
I
but
I worked with Howie Long. I worked with Howie Long in a television series called The Highwayman,
you
which
have?
only lasted, yes, it only lasted 9
Wow.
episodes. I was in 3 episodes of the 9-episode series. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was filmed all
Ah,
over the Phoenix area. Yeah, in
Mikey,
fact,
didn't
wow.
you sing? Didn't you do a lot of stage? Or I'm trying to remember.
I didn't no, I didn't do stage or anything. I was working as an extra. I was
Oh,
making
okay.
some
You're
extra
an
money on the
extra.
side.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
I was a TV extra. Yeah. I
Hmm.
also was in the movie Showdown
How much
back
they
in
pay you for
19
the extras?
Not very much.
back then, not very good. Not very well.
Do
Enough to
they
maybe go get a nice,
do they
meal over
pay
at
better
McDonald's.
nowadays?
Nah,
I don't know. I don't
you
know.
don't get
I
room.
don't know any of my
You
friends
don't
that
get
have
room.
recently worked on some TV or film stuff, but I know they make a little bit better. I'm not sure how much though.
Well,
I'd have to look that
I
up.
haven't changed much.
But yeah, I worked on 3 episodes of that series from 1987 to 1988, and then on a movie called Showdown, which was it was a movie made similar to the plot of Karate Kid, but in it featured a guy named Ken who was played by an actor named Ken Scott, and Billy Blanks was in it, the Tybo guy. He was the janitor in the high school, and it had Christine Taylor, the lady that's married to Ben Stiller, I think, still, and who was also in the Brady Bunch movies that they did, and the live action ones, and uh, yeah, I mean, meeting Billy Blanks was
Did Brady
cool.
Bunch actually made a movie?
Yeah, Billy Blanks made a movie. Yeah, he made a few of them.
No, Brady Bunch.
Oh, Brady Bunch.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah,
Brady
and they
Bunch
made a
movies.
couple movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they brought them back. What they did
Mm.
was it had Cole. I can't remember his first name, but he was playing the dad. They brought back another. They brought back this actress to play Carol Brady, and then they had all the kids, and the kids. Marcia was played by Christine Taylor. So
Yeah, they
yeah,
did a remake. I don't know how well that went.
it didn't go very well. They did two of them. Yeah, there was the one in their original home, and then they had one that they did. I think it was Hawaii. Yeah, they did a whole big Brady's in Hawaii thing, but it was just as a movie, it was weird. But yeah, but Showdown was a lot of fun, and I
Oh,
was
wait, the link
there
dropped.
with
I
my
missed it.
friend Larry and a couple other people we knew, and I got to sit in the crowd and interact with some of the actors and actresses in that. And I had my moment of fame. I actually said a word in the movie. I said, yeah. And I raised my fist because they were doing a fight in a dojo they created. Uh, it's kind of like Fight Club, but it's a dojo fight club. And they had it in this old abandoned warehouse that was over in outside of downtown Phoenix on Grand Avenue. And so what they did was they reshaped it, rebuilt it, and everything with a ring and everything else in it. And I'm in the audience. And I'm just watching the fight. Finally, I say, "Yeah," and I was so excited because I thought, "Oh, I got paid a little extra for that." Well, little did I know that first of all, when you do say a word in a movie, that actually means that you need to sign up with the Screen Actors Guild. So they never signed me up because I was still an extra, right? So I couldn't just go to the SAG and say, hey, I just said a word in the film. It's one word. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
But I thought at the time, it was okay. Well, when I went ahead and got a hold of a copy of the film, and I brought it to my parents and I brought it to my cousins, and everybody were watching it, my yeah does not sound like me. It sounds like somebody else. So what they did is they had a voiceover actor come in and do my one moment, just
yeah.
say yeah instead of me. I was like,
Because according to
it's
the
my own
guild,
fault. Yeah, exactly.
everybody
But
that
it was
worked,
my own fault. Like I said, I wasn't a member of the Screen Actors Guild at the time, but my friend Larry was and is. He's still a
yeah,
member of the Screen Actors Guild.
the SAG.
He's on IMDb. He's listed. You can look him up. I don't want to say his name here. I just want to keep that private. But it is there. It's available, and it shows the movies he's worked on and everything else.
By
And
the way, you
he
guys
was
know
just
each other?
in and what?
Look, you know Mike? Did you know Mike before he came on the channel?
I've he was on K-pop's the last stream, and
Oh, you're on K-pop channel, Mike?
yeah,
Oh, I see.
Yeah, K-pop junkie.
Yeah,
yeah,
K-pop junkie. Yeah,
yeah.
she's
I was there with her. Yeah, we
wonderful.
were hanging out and
Oh,
everything. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, Loke was here. Everybody was there. Yeah,
Cool.
we were.
yeah, it
I
was
was
very cool.
drawing. I forget.
I
Oh,
I really and I really enjoy. Uh, Not only I enjoyed K-pop, so I love your stream here, Loke, of course. But I do really enjoy also Apex Comics, and he just celebrated, like his said,
Who's?
his third anniversary,
Who's?
and he
Apex.
Apex.
I don't know him.
You don't know Apex Comics?
Yeah, he
No.
does a bunch of streams too and stuff like that. Sometimes he's
Okay.
on
Yeah,
Indian.
I haven't been
Rob.
visiting other
I
channels.
know. I know. You've been out of it. You've
Yeah.
been out of it. Yeah.
It's all right, sir. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Apex is a really nice young gentleman, and we, and he loves it's just as much as he loves talking about comics and things. He does love pop culture. He's a huge pop culture fan.
Yeah.
And when I was telling him about all these shows I do and things I talk about and everything, he's like, "Whoa, yeah, I need to check out your channel." I said, "Well, if I want to start renewing my enjoyment for comics, I need to definitely check out your guys' channels because, you know, I do want to find some really rare, if it's possible. I want to find some really rare Spider-Man comics. Spider-Man was the thing for me back in the day. I watched the live action TV series with Nicholas Hammond, and and I was really into it. I really wanted to see it. I watched all the
Hmm.
animated, Spider-Man and his friends, and all that stuff with Iceman and Firestar and all that.
Mikey,
So
do
yeah, I
you
was really
make it
into all
a?
that.
Do you ever go down to the TIFF Lightbox?
The TIFF Lightbox, I've heard of it, but I know I haven't been there yet.
No, it's
What part
if
of
you
the
ever get a
city is that in?
chance, if you ever get a chance,
Yeah,
I know you enjoy that stuff. If you ever get
yeah,
a
I
chance,
do.
make it down to the TIFF Lightbox in the summertime.
I will. TIFF
Usually,
Lightbox.
September is the film festival stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
Because
I know about the film festival. I've been to that building. Yeah, I've seen where they filmed the TIFF.
yeah,
Yeah,
the TIFF
I
stuff.
have been
But
there.
there's
Yeah.
the CBC building has the museum section. Go inside
Oh,
and you can
sweet.
actually watch some really old classic film
Oh, nice.
that's been there. It's all
CBC.
free, of
Okay,
course. It's all free and
definitely.
stuff like
How
that.
close? How close is that CBC building to Eaton Center? Is it pretty close?
It is. It is. The CBC is on Front, and you're gonna need to. If you're at the Eaton Center, you have to go down towards Union,
Okay,
and once you get out of Union, it's Front Street, and it's right around that area, right
it's right
there.
there, front and Union. Okay, I
Yeah, but
know of that area.
check for time because I forget unless they close early or something like that. That
Yeah,
kind of
I
stuff.
do. I do know
Summer's the
that
best
area.
time to go. Summer's best
Yeah.
time. The weather's great. You can
Oh
stop
yeah.
by
Oh
all
yeah.
the
Summertime.
outdoor
Sure.
pubs, get a beer or something.
I
Take it
don't drink
easy.
anymore. I
Yeah.
stopped drinking. I stopped drinking for Suzanne back in 2015.
Oh no, there's coffee shops, there's little
I know.
pastry places and stuff. Those are
I I I know, Logan. Yeah, no, that's fine. I appreciate that. Yeah, no,
yeah.
I've been pleasantly and completely sober for 9 years. I'm
Oh, that's
very
good.
10 years, 10 years now because I stopped drinking January 1st of 2015. So 10 years now. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good.
saving money too.
Congratulations.
Well,
Right,
yeah.
Norman? Oh,
If you
thank
ever
you.
make it
Congratulations.
downtown, you'll enjoy that area. Because
Yes.
I used to work in that area doing. There's a lot of post effects houses and stuff like that.
Oh,
I know
nice.
Netflix has moved in town to the waterfront area. Paramount, there's a bunch of studios and all this other stuff. Sometimes you'll catch film crews.
Yeah.
A lot of it, they shoot it as if it's like Gotham City or New York City or Chicago downtown. You'll see the
Yes.
Netflix crew down there, and you'll run into all sorts of characters, right?
That sounds
And
like a lot of fun. Yeah. You
There
know
you
what
yeah,
I
go.
wanted to do? One of the things I wanted to do since I moved here is I wanted to get close to the studios where they do. Although now that's some beautiful work.
oh
Uh,
yeah, nice, Norman.
there you go.
Yeah, no, I mean that's really nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're
definitely
getting
some
more
good work
confident with
there.
the hand there, Norman.
Yeah.
That's good. Keep drawing.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, keep doing that, man.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the things I wanted to do since I moved here was I heard they say have some down in the studios there. They do have some good voiceover. That you could become a voiceover artist and be able to do some,
Yeah, but
your voices
Canadian
for shows
films
and stuff.
doesn't pay very much.
I need rest.
You really need to
Well,
get
I
into
don't. You know what? I don't care if they don't pay
right.
very much. It doesn't bother me. I'm retired. I don't need to worry
Yeah,
about fundage or anything. I'm Suzanne and I are really well covered. But
yeah.
but as far as like I say, it's just something I like to do. I would like to do on the side. I do have a few voices. I mean, I'm no Mel Blanc, so I can
Right.
I can admit to that, and I just don't have that kind of voice. But I do have some that some people have said, boy, you could actually, mouth a character or a cartoon character or animated character or whatever, for little extra money on the side. I said that wouldn't be too bad. I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind having some extra spending money. That'd be
Mostly
something that I
a
would
lot
love
of
to do.
the stuff downtown is mostly post productions and
Yes,
stuff. I've been out
yes.
of it for a long time, but they're still there. I know they're still there. I would look on Mandy.com, I believe is called. That's where
Mandy?
you're going to
Okay.
find a lot of production want ads and stuff.
Oh, cool. Okay, Mandy.com. Mandy, right?
Yeah, just make sure you put in the word Mandy production job or something like that.
Mandy
I forget.
production job.
Yeah,
Okay,
something like that, and
cool.
they'll give you Mandy will give you what do you call it, listings for province, territories, if you're in the states, if you're in, and most of these are production companies looking for you know, AP, which are PAs and all sorts of stuff, whatever they're looking
Yeah,
for.
that'd be cool. Yeah, I would just like, I'd just like to try some of those things, and get my foot in the door and just say, hey, I think I could do a voice. Give me a voice. I could do something. I could talk on, and stuff. And I feel like that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Okay, cool. So Mandy Production. Okay, I'll look that
Yeah,
up. Thank
I'm
you.
trying to remember
Thank
the
you for
website.
referring that to me. Yeah, thank you, Luke,
Remember
for
the name.
referring that to me.
It's
Yeah,
been a
that'd be a
while
lot.
since I
That'd be
used
fun.
it. That's the thing.
Yeah. So what do you do now, Luke, if you don't mind me asking?
I am I'm actually I got out of the business a long time ago. I went into what you call, well, I was in broadcast and film and visual effects for a while when I was living out in LA.
Nice. Yeah.
Then I
What was
got out
one
of
of
it.
the yeah, what was one of the movies that you worked on for visual effects?
The first project I worked on ever was Babylon 5.
Oh my God, Babylon 5? I'll have
Yeah,
to look that up.
yeah,
Cool.
Babylon 5.
This is the lovely Suzanne, by the way.
There you go. Hey, Suzanne.
Right.
So, yeah, the first project I worked on was Babylon 5. Then after that, I start working on different
Another place.
projects.
That way.
Star Trek TNG, a bunch
Nice.
of visual effects stuff for
I like that.
Rhythm and Hues. They're out of business.
Yeah, that's Serena, the Queen of the Jungle. Is that Serena? Queen of the Jungle you're doing right now?
Who?
Right?
Naman
The,
or?
the one, no, the one you're painting right now.
Oh no, I am. It's the character's called Magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
So what I'm doing right now is it looks very muddy. Is I'm putting the base down, then I start building it. That's what this is. I'm just waiting for, because acrylic is a plastic based polymer paint, and as I
Yeah.
put stuff down, I have to wait for it to dry, and because if I
I,
go over it again, it starts to lift itself off.
yeah, I just want to show you one of just this is just one of many portraits my wife painted.
Oh, that's
This
great.
is yeah, this is
That's nice.
one of the cats we used to own.
Yeah.
Uh Beautiful green eyes, and you see the little mouse that it's got its foot on on the tail there. But yeah, this is just one of many that she has out there.
Somebody was saying that you copied it, and I said, no, I didn't. I did that in 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
original. This is
Yeah.
what she draw.
Usually what I paint.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the one right here. That is our oldest. That
That's
is
great.
Moon Pie, and she's looking out. She's looking out at the
I like
the
that one. I like
the
that one.
window and the snow and yeah.
Yeah.
So this
Tells a
is
lot of
supposed to be
stories.
yeah. Well, we live off of Kingston Road, so this is supposed to be like a representation of that
Right.
with the background house and the tree and everything. And that's her name right there, Suzanne Fournier. She's a portrait
Nice
painter.
job. Nice job.
My sister-in-law is a Fournier.
Oh, really? Wow. Nice. Yeah. Fourniers are, hey, we're numerous. Yeah, we,
It's
we, we live way
yeah,
out there in Quebec too. I've got some
yeah,
relatives.
exactly.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. What region I'm curious, what region does your relative Fournier come from? Mine,
Up in Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's where my brother's wife is. Well, they're now down in Mexico, of course. They moved down there.
Mexico. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saint
Mexico. Do
Miguel.
they
San
actually live
Miguel.
in the city? Do they live in Mexico City or do they
No,
live
San
anywhere?
Miguel. Saint
Where at?
Miguel.
Oh, St. Miguel. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
San Miguel.
I know
Yeah.
where St. Miguel is. San Miguel. Right. I
San
know where
Miguel.
that is.
That's right.
San Miguel.
For American, it's Saint Miguel.
Right.
Do that in front of. I
Yeah.
say the hand drum.
Right. No, the hand drawn part, right. But, because somebody was making fun of her saying that's not you. And she says, "Oh, yes, it is." And she actually, painted that and stuff in front of her and everything. So
That was a quick painting.
yeah, yeah. We have a lot of different little portraits like that around here in the apartment and everything. So
Yeah,
she does a
this
lot
is
of good work.
what
Oh,
I
she
do.
does. I wanted to show this too. She does some crochet work. So this right here is my toque. I probably should put that on because it's a little cold in here to cover my ears. But this is my toque, and then she made her own. So she does a lot of crochet work too. She's
Yeah,
very multi-talented. Does a lot of great, uh, crochet portraits and paintings and things like that. She loves to do that. That's
Yeah.
her. That's her. That's her fun. She loves that. So yeah, I have a lot of creative stuff. Oh wow.
I found some cat image.
Oh cool.
We'll do some
Yeah.
cat
Now that.
drawing.
Yeah. Now that is Tanya Roberts,
Tanya Roberts, yes. That's
right?
her.
And then the cat. Yep. And then the cat on the right hand side. Yeah.
yeah. I got a poster of her. I remember as a kid. Sheena.
She's the girl from the jungle. Yeah, that
That's
was
right.
what she played. Yeah, Tanya.
Then I ran into what's that? Bo Derek.
Bo
You
Derek,
ran
really?
Oh yeah.
you ran
I
into
saw
Bo Derek.
that. I'm
Oh,
like,
you
holy
lucky son
smokes.
of a bitch. Really, Bo Derek? Wow. Yeah.
Um,
Then
Yeah, my
what's
my my
what's
friend
her
now
name
you're
from Dukes
flexing.
of Hazard? After that,
yeah.
then remember the Fall Guy? What's her name? Oh shoot,
Oh, Heather Locklear?
Heather Locklear.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
god.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Heather Locklear. Wow. Yeah. Well, I met on the set of Highwayman, I met Jane Badler. You remember her, the Lizard Queen from V?
That's right.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, she was what a wonderful lady. She was very humble. She remembers her fans. She sat with all of us in a commissary. We were doing a scene from an episode called Summer of 45, which is supposed to represent 1945. We were in a veterans post near downtown Phoenix filming this. And me and her and a few other people, extras, we were all talking, and I asked her about her makeup job on V. She said it took about 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
It was nuts, the way she had to like undergo and everything. And she liked me so much that she allowed me to be in two extra scenes. So she was able to talk to the director, Glenn Larson, and I was able to get into a few more scenes with her in one, and then another one where I was going off as a MP. And
Nice.
I'm a small army dude. I was like, back then I was less than 5'6", so I was very short. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, the showdown experience, being on a movie set, with a bunch of people and Billy Blanks and there was Anna, we call her Anna Dona, but she was in a movie with Eddie Murphy. And so, we got to meet her and then other people. I never got to meet Christine Taylor, unfortunately. I really would have loved to meet her, but she did a lot of filming over at my old high school, which was in at a time it was called Paradise Valley, Arizona, but now it's just a part of Phoenix. It was incorporated some years ago. So she went to my old high school and filmed scenes there. That's what's in Showdown is supposed to be some other name of school, but it's actually my old high school. So yeah, they filmed around there and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
Now I gotta wait for
yeah,
paint to dry.
yeah. There you go.
I can't really do much. I
That's
mean,
the hard part is waiting for paint to dry.
that's pretty much it. I mean, I can't really do much of anything until the paint really sticks. Because every time I layer something
Right,
down, it lifts. So it
right.
lifts the stuff and it tears the paper. So I gotta wait for it to dry naturally.
Yeah.
Normally I'd go with a hair dryer, but it's got to dry,
Hair dryer is yeah.
right?
Hair dryer might set it on fire or something.
No, no, no. It what it does is it gives it a little bit of heat, but it
Oh,
does
it's not.
break down the paper.
Okay. It's non-combustible. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
No, it's
Yeah.
just it just needs to dry on its own. There's certain area that I use too much water, or certain area I use less water. That's what the
Right.
bottling is all about. So I'm doing just the base, Then what happens is I go with a lighter tone. Then I bring, because the dark is basically my shadow. Then I go in with a lighter tone to bring everything out, especially when you're painting
Uh,
skin tones.
yeah,
Right?
some people, I keep looking at this picture of Tanya Roberts. Some people think that she was one of the reasons that Charlie's Angels went under when she was in the last season, when she appeared in the last season of the show. Because I did get a signed autographed picture from Cheryl Ladd after she joined it in season 2 as Chris Monroe. After Farrah Fawcett left. And Tanya Roberts uh, was in the final episode of Charlie's Angels. I should take that up again. I should do that series again because I was doing some random episodes here and there of it, but I should really take from the beginning and just do it again. I might do that later this fall. I haven't decided yet, but that would be interesting. I would love to do that. Let's see. Okay, so Tanya, she was in the Bond film A View to a Kill. Uh,
Yep.
and she didn't do very well in that. As Stacy Sutton. You know how many Stacy Suttons there are in California, in America? Yeah, that was the guy from Chuck Lee from the CIA. That guy
Yeah.
says, "You know how many Stacy Suttons there are?" Yeah, and
That's it.
Jagular. Oh, hello Jagular. Hello Namin and everyone, and hello Loke. Hello
Amen.
Jagular. Yeah,
Hey, Jagla.
good to see you.
Let's see if I can get. What can I get? Let's get a little bit of. I'll try to get some. Try to get some areas in first. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
little.
So after you got out of the business, so what do you do mostly, Loke, then?
So I went into tech for a while,
Okay.
and I became manager of a design department, and then it became I started getting into design. Then the pandemic happened. I was getting back into kind of like advertising and stuff like that.
So you were
Um,
drawing ads and helping with
yeah, I
design
wasn't really
and
drawing
stuff,
ads, more like photoshopping ads and stuff like that.
visuals and
Yeah, I
yeah,
was getting into that part of the field for a bit. Then the pandemic happened, and nobody wanted advertising, and kind of
I
pretty
know.
much everything kind of shut down. Then
Yeah.
an artist friend of mine named Mike Ruth, he recommended maybe I should go into the postal service. I can finish half a day, but I ended up 2 years through the pandemic working almost like 7 days a week, and
Wow.
I enjoyed it because it was no thinking involved, no meetings, no nothing. I was
Nope.
driving around, dropping off parcels and delivering mails, and you know,
So you
uh,
worked for Canada Post for 2
I
years.
worked for
Okay.
Canada Post.
Nice.
Then, yeah, it gave me a chance to draw, get back into comics. I was
Say
doing
what? Dig it.
conventions
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, I started doing covers, and I got back to doing traditional painting because when I was in visual effects, I was in the art department. We were creating storyboards, we were creating set pieces, we were creating
Nice.
those things. That's what we were doing, right?
Oh, cool. So now you must be listed in if I look you up in IMDb, you'll be
Yeah,
there,
I'm
right?
on there. I'm on there. Visual
Okay.
effect for some stuff there. Whatever credits I got for. A lot of the time, I was technical director for second unit director for visual effects and
Wow.
TV
So I knew
commercials.
a celebrity. Wow, this is
I
cool.
wouldn't say celebrity. The only thing I was in was I was a I was working on a samurai film,
Hmm.
and because I was Asian, they needed extra,
Yeah.
so I just threw on like a rice hat, held onto a spear, and sat way in the back as a crowd, like as a
Right.
soldier. You know what I mean? This is
Yeah,
like
of course. Yeah. What do you remember the name of the movie?
I forget.
Okay.
No
Well,
speaking line. I was like, I just stood in because we needed an extra person. It wasn't like it was
Right.
called for. And I don't think I was even in the shot. Then somebody gave me credit for it. I'm like, what? I got credit for it? It's like
Yeah.
on IMDb, right?
You got credit. Yeah. I just had an opportune for me in the couple of episodes I did. I had an opportune moment where I was actually sitting in a crowd for one, which is called "Send in the Clones." That was
Yeah.
the other episode I worked on, along with Summer of '45, and I was sitting in the crowd, so I was actually sitting with, just behind two of the main actors that were there, and one of them was played by none other than Terry Carter, who came from the original Battlestar Galactica,
Oh,
played
nice.
Commander Ty. So I got to meet him, and he was very, very nice gentleman, very, very well-rounded person, very, very humble.
Most
Like I said,
actors and actresses were like that. So
and
that's
I
how
like
I
that. And I like that. I was on a movie set with Larry, and I got to talk for a couple hours with this one guy, G.W. Bailey, the guy from the Police Academy movie.
yeah.
Yeah, and he was so funny as Harris, as Corporal Harris. And I mean, he's just a humble man, but he was very, I know humble seems to be my thing of choice here, but it's apropos. It really is. And he was just a great guy, and he was telling me about him and his, buddy that played, Parker or not Parker. Darn it, what was his name? His sidekick. Anyway,
Yeah.
they'd been doing that for years. According to him, they had been doing like physical comedy and active movies together and things. And so when he was there with his buddy for the first Police Academy movie, and so yeah, that was a lot of fun. And meeting him, and I was on the set. We went to see this movie called Near Dark. We were on the set of that. I met the director who eventually became the Oscar-winning director for The Hurt Locker, Catherine Bigelow at the time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
met her, and she gave us up close and personal watch of this one scene. Now, Bill Paxton is in it, and of course he's gone now, rest in peace. But Bill Paxton
We're
was on
talking about too
top of
many
the.
dead people.
I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm
It's
sorry, Norman. That's not my
depressing.
choice. That's not my choice.
Mm.
But anyway, for the scene, Bill Paxton's on top of a one of those gasoline diesel trucks,
Yeah.
and they're supposed to set that on fire and blow up. And so Bill Paxton is on top, and then when he's ready, he brings in the stuntman. So they bring in the stuntman, and I got to watch in one take. They did it. It was in the middle of a four-way now, which is now a four-way intersection. But in the middle of this, that truck is going, and all of a sudden it blows up completely. Devastated. It just blew up the whole thing. And I got to watch that live, and I was just like, so I remember the movie now. It's like whenever I watch that truck blow up, I was there. I saw it.
Ah, that's
So
cool.
yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, it was
That-
great. Yeah, and well, one person that's alive now, and I met Rob Schneider, used to
Oh,
do Saturday Night Live,
yeah.
do Spigolo, Gigolo, things. So,
Mhm.
yeah, he
Rob
went
Sure.
Schneider's
downhill from there.
very, yeah, Rob Schneider's a very wonderful man. I got to sing with the Little River Band at one
Nice.
time.
Nice.
Those guys from Australia, they were wonderful people. They let me sing the whole second half of their set with them because I'm a singer too. I've been singing for 26 years. So I love being with all these people I met, all these musicians. And I got to perform live on a stage in Laughlin, Nevada at the Elvis Museum, which was in the Flamingo Room there in the Flamingo Hotel. And then I got to sing uh, on the Las Vegas Strip itself. I actually was in a sidebar. They had all these big megaphones out there, people listening to music. They heard me sing, they all stopped. And they just stopped in place and they stopped to listen. That was
Nice.
for me, that was my 15 moments of fame. I just said, yeah, there we go. People got to hear me sing on the Las Vegas Strip. I thought that was fantastic. Yeah.
I sang on the Las Vegas Strip.
Whoa.
You did too?
Yeah.
bro.
Then I got dragged
Nice.
away by the cops for drunken behavior and
What?
all sorts of.
Shame on you.
Shame on you, boy. Yay.
Shame on you.
Wow.
I didn't know you. Get out of this channel now. Now.
No, get out of the chopper. Oh my
Ah,
God. So
remember
much
those
fun.
days.
Those
Remember those
days.
days.
I remember.
Yeah. The
Oh,
film
there we go.
industry is a young man's
Yeah,
game.
no.
So let me see, Naman. Let's see.
It's definitely a man's game.
Oh yeah, nice. You're getting more confident with your yeah, with the pens and stuff.
Yeah, he's getting. Oh, excuse me. He's getting very confident with that. That's great. That's great work, Norman. Yeah,
Yeah,
Thank you.
some nice detail.
it's getting back into the building and the stuff. It's a slow when you're painting. It's slow.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So, what is your favorite? You said that you worked on Babylon 5. You worked on TNG. Is there a favorite? Science fiction series you loved growing up or working on?
I grew up mostly watching like it was Battlestar Galactica was when I fell in. I mean, after you saw Star Wars, then
Oh
I remember
yeah.
seeing the Battlestar Galactica and the Vipers and the Cylons and all this other stuff. That's when
Yeah,
I fell in love with that kind of
You
stuff.
watch it. You watch
Glenn
Logan's Run.
Larson.
You guys watch Logan's Run before Star Wars came out.
Logan's Run, yeah, Logan's
Yeah,
Run.
Logan's Run was great. That had Farrah Fawcett in it, by the way.
I knew
Yeah.
you were going to mention her. I knew it. I knew it.
Was she in it, Farrah Fawcett?
She was, yes.
I
She
knew
was.
Mike was going to mention Farrah Fawcett. That's why I asked.
See, Nauman knows me. Yeah, Nauman knows me. Yeah,
Farrah
of
Fawcett
course.
was in it.
Farrah Fawcett was in it. Yes, she
Oh
was.
wow, I didn't know that. Okay, I
Yeah,
gotta rewatch
You
it.
got to look at it. She plays supposedly like this young doctor type nurse,
Nurse,
maybe.
doctor, yeah,
Something
Was the
like
nurse?
that.
Yeah.
And they, and they're running away. Logan and her are running away, and they run
Yeah.
into that big robot. Yeah,
That-
in the movie.
That Jessica lady was hot. She was hot too, though.
Yeah, they were
Jessica,
the
yes. What do you guys remember? Do you guys remember the series Genesis 2 with Marion Hartley?
Genesis
That
2, why is
Gene
that?
Roddenberry wanted to make into a whole, but it was a TV movie. It was called Genesis 2. Yeah, Alex Cord was the main guy, and then you had Marion Hartley was in it, and yeah, I mean that was a good one too.
Yeah, I kind of grew up around that time. Then when around 92 was when I graduated from school. 95 was or so. That's when I moved out to LA.
Nice,
That was for visual effects and film and stuff like
cool.
that. I was working with these companies called New Tech, and before it was Adobe. It was all these little companies trying to
I
develop
remember New
stuff.
Tech. It was like a capital N, small U, and then capital TECH. New Tech.
I'm trying to remember. No, it's
think so.
NEW. I think it was Tech. New
Oh,
Tech.
it was NEW.
It was for the
Tech.
Amiga
Okay,
computer. It was for the Amiga.
Amiga.
stuff.
Okay.
New Tech.
That's really ancient
Hey,
too.
Jen-
I used to
hey,
work on the
Jen.
old Commodore 64, and before
Yeah.
that, I worked on
Yeah.
DOS and everything. I'm
Hello,
old.
I need to go. You guys could stay on if you want. I gotta
Yeah.
go.
All right, Norman.
I have to rest.
Yeah, take
Good
it easy
meeting
now.
you, Mike. Good meeting you, and
Good to see
thanks
you
for
again,
sticking
sir.
around.
We'll figure
Yeah.
out what to do next Wednesday if you're up to it.
Arigato,
We'll
thank
do
you.
another drawing course or something like that
Yeah.
for the stuff.
Okie
Sounds great.
dokie. Okie dokie.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to ditch out.
Rest up.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
Take care of yourself, Norman.
There you go. So yeah, it was just these. That's how I got out into the film side. I
Nice.
was really a technical advisor. I was like more technical support for.
Oh, fantastic.
I was out there doing these film projects with these directors and stuff. And
Nice.
one of the effects directors saw my sketchbook that I carry
Wow.
around, and says, "Hey, can you do storyboards?" And I said, "I have no idea what that is."
Right.
And that's where I got taught how to do storyboard sequence and scene breakdown,
Nice.
because I had the technical background for
Cool.
visual effects, because I was with the hardware team that was designing these animation capture boards, and
Very sweet.
that was back in the day. I had to figure out how to do take these 3D animations and play it back on TV monitors, where they were shooting films at the times, and film was shot at 24 frames a second. So
Yeah.
I had to get rid of the flickers that was on the
Right. Oh,
monitors. If you actually watch old classic film, every time they show a TV set of something, you would see that black bar that kind of floats up and down.
yes.
Yeah, that's around 90 or 90 something. That's when we came up with the synchronizer and all these devices to get rid of that, so it will sync
The
to the
idea
film.
to eliminate. Right. Cool.
Yeah, so that's where that came in. Then I was
Nice.
responsible for a product. It was called a personal animation recorder, and
Oh,
that
that's
was the
so cool. So
birth.
you were an innovator for your time.
Yeah, it was the .com era for visual
Oh, yeah,
effects.
yeah.
And you have to remember
There
that
was a
that
lot
was
of them.
when
Sure.
Amazon and those guys were making money, and
Yeah.
they were starting out selling books. I remember Amazon, when I was living in Costa Mesa, buying just books, used books on
Yeah.
Amazon. It was kind of like the Craigslist of, or the Facebook market of
You're
used
right.
books.
Right.
Amazon was like that.
Yeah, I
Then,
never got in. I never got into. Back in the day, my dad said to avoid MySpace, and I never got into it. Uh, Fortunately, I guess, or unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know what to think of it nowadays because it's just a old style, way of communicating. But then, when I went to visit a friend of mine, who was singing at the Bite of Seattle Music Festival back in July of 2009, and I visited her and her family, and she's very she's on YouTube. Her name is Jennifer Crutchfield. She has a YouTube name called Swedish, and it's very nice channel. She's got some really good music there and everything with her husband Chris. She has 2 kids. They live in the Carolinas now, and back then she was just single, and she was very prominent. Her mom was comes from a musical background. Her dad flew military jets, Apache helicopters, Harriers, all that sort of stuff. And now he's an airline pilot, I believe, or he might have retired. I'm not sure. But anyway, so I saw Jennifer at the festival, and I got to know her. And then uh, back in 2010, this was just after that happened, and I was at home, and I wanted to try Facebook. Some people had told me about this Facebook, and I was like, I wanted to try it out. So I said to myself after, uh, you know, February 29th, because I believe that was a leap year in 2010, every 4 years, I believe. So I said, yeah, I'll give that a try. So I went on Facebook the very next day, March 1st, and that's where I met Suzanne. And of course, the rest is history.
right.
So, yeah. So I'm very proud of that. It's a very, very proud moment. And hey, Cross Comics. Hello. Hello to Cross Comics. Has come in. Hello, Cross. How you doing? So you grew up. So how old are you, if you don't
I
mind me
am
asking?
53, going on
53. Wow.
54. Going on
Nice.
54. Yeah.
Yeah, not much different in age from us. 6 years.
No, 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 no. I grew up in the tech era of Silicon Valley kind of thing, I
Yeah.
guess, 90 something. Yeah,
Yes.
I worked for a lot of these studios. Eventually, when I got out to California, I became part of the visual effects union. I was working as for Veni Universal. Eventually, I started working for Disney and Mattel and all these other companies out there.
Nice.
Yeah. Then I became, for a short stint, I became, it was more like running a small production house for a while down in Irvine,
Cool.
for visual
Cool.
effects, camera
Yeah.
rentals, commercials, those kind of stuff. Then, as technology leaps and bounds, the Mac was introduced, Final Cut was finally introduced. Those things started to happen. Video capture card wasn't something you bought anymore; it was built into the
Yeah.
equipment. Yeah, those. Then I think around 2000 is when I was recognized for the work I've done for visual effects, for technology wise. That's
Cool.
when I got the Emmy for technical innovation for one of the product that I worked on. The company no longer
Nice.
exists, but I still have the
That's
trophy,
awesome.
right?
So what was well, let me ask you this. What to you was your favorite movie that you worked on visually?
I believe it or not, a lot of the stuff I worked on was like it was a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there, but
Uh-huh.
because the way it works was I did not just work on one movie. I worked on multiple movies
Oh, nice.
at the same time.
That must have been really difficult, don't you think? Like having to work
There was the
with
project
different
management
backgrounds?
was, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was out, for example, I was a visual effects supervisor for
Oh,
one
cool.
shot. So I
Yeah.
was out, if they're shooting a scene, what I get is a bunch of scripts that are
Right.
broken down. So we break down the script based on location, shots, for visual effects, what it is. We worked out the storyboard sequence.
Yeah.
Then, if they plan to shoot that day or that week, I'm there that day, that week. Depending on what the director want, he has to follow the storyboard, because if he deviates, that's where I jump in, and that's where cost goes up,
Oh, yeah.
right? So everything
Yeah.
has to be planned to a T.
Yes,
Because
you have to keep them focused and on product, on the thing that has to be created, right? So,
Yeah, this is magic. I'm doing just the base color. I'm just trying to answer. Yeah.
yeah.
So the idea is, if you get a script, each script, is a minute of film production. So
Wow, only a minute? Wow.
only a minute. That's why
Yeah.
a script is only 90 something pages, right?
Yeah.
So if
Right.
you actually take a film script and you break it down, it's actually 90 something pages, right? Not including the cover, synopsis, and stuff like that. So you got to break that down. So you take the script, you break that down, because some locations, if you're renting, if for example, if we're renting a house, right? We try to
Yeah.
use every single thing in that house for other location if possible.
Oh, so is this the same Loc Nguyen I'm looking at? I wanted to take a peek at IMDb.
Yeah.
You're known for Murderous Camouflage
Yeah,
in
that was a friend's
2002.
film. Exactly.
Nice. And let's see if I pronounce this correctly. Spiel mir den Osaka Blues in 1992.
I don't know what that was. I think I was just a backup. That
Oh,
was
okay.
somebody.
Well,
Somebody gave me
it was
credit for a lot of the stuff that I don't remember. A
yeah.
lot of
Now
it.
you were talking about samurai. So you were a samurai in that short. It's
Yeah.
called Spiel mir
Is
den
that what it
Osaka
was?
Blues.
I
Yes,
don't think I was a
from
samurai. I don't think I
1992.
was just an extra.
Right.
I was
Yeah,
just
you're
an
an extra.
extra.
You're a samurai, and then it says here you were the production manager for Murderous Camouflage in 2002.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's two of the credits they have you down here
Yeah.
for. Uh, one is actor, one is manager,
Yeah.
and then you did a thanks. Ah, you did a special thanks. You were thanked for Monsters Lament, a short which was filmed in 2009.
Yeah. I don't remember. There was a lot
Okay,
of
well,
little
I
things.
mean, I consider you somewhat of a celebrity. So I
Is that what
really,
it is? I have
yes.
pictures of me on my
Uh-huh.
Instagram somewhere. If you look closely, you'll see me with,
I don't do Instagram. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I do things with Mattel, where I worked with somebody like Hilary Duff when she was 16 years old. Her sister for stuff from Mattel.
Yeah.
Then I do. I was in. I was doing animation stuff for Rainmaker, and I have photos of myself with Martin Short
Yeah.
doing ADR and a bunch of other stuff when because I was responsible for the shots or responsible for the
Right.
technical stuff. A
Visual
lot of the
shots.
time, I don't get credits in film because I'm so far down the pole.
Okay.
Right?
Well, you know what? Like I said, I consider you somewhat of a celebrity because you're in IMDb. My friend Larry, his last name is Larry Bartels, Bartels. If you look him up, he's in there too. He's done a lot of stand-in work for stars. He was a stand-in. Oh wow, there you go.
There
There's
you
your Emmy. Yeah, woohoo! Look
go.
at that. That is awesome.
It's dirty. It's dirty.
Yeah, it's dirty, but it's still yours. Yeah,
Yeah,
has your name and
it's
everything.
2000 outstanding achievement in engineering and development for a
Very
digital
cool.
processing system, right? For
Very
processing
cool.
developed full motion broadcast quality PC
Oh,
video and compression plugin, right?
nice.
So
I hope
yeah,
it's
this
not
is
just.
from
I
the
just. I just hope it's not just a. A tabletop holding down things.
well, it's dirty. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's doesn't worth anything. It's just memory right now. My
A lot
daughter
of
was
memories.
using it to dress her Barbie stuff.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
there you go.
it was dropped a few
So
times.
that's from 2000, right? So that's 25 years old.
Yeah, is it? Oh my God, 25 years old. Jeez
25.
Louise,
Yeah.
jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
So
stuff is I can't get work here in Canada.
oh, you can't? Why?
It's a small industry. When I moved back, I found it to be even smaller.
Oh
But I
wow.
can get work if I move out back out to LA because
Ah,
a lot of my
yeah, that's
friends are now studio heads
yeah.
or retired. You know what I mean? It's a young
Yeah.
man's game.
It is.
I
I
used to
agree.
sleep on a producer's couch or you know I was up in Oakland around Industrial Light and Magic. I remember going through George Lucas's barn when they were just renovating and trying to save a lot of the
You mean at
models.
Skywalker Ranch? You were there?
Skyrocker Ranch, yes.
Oh my God. Now I'm really jealous of you. Damn.
I used to
Oh,
the nonlinear editing system was developed by George Lucas. It
yes, it
was under
was.
a company called the Avid. Um,
Avid. I remember Avid. Yes.
Yep. I was in that development because of these products that we were doing. We were digital capture. We were trying to do these compression technologies where we
Nice.
were developing QuickTime, and I was more of a tech engineer guy than anything.
Yeah.
So,
And can I ask you a work question?
sure.
Um, look, um, so my basic question is CGI. Now, when CGI first came prominent, it did help a lot of movies early on. It enhanced them. My thought process on CGI over the years is if it's not effective to help the plot and the storyline of a movie along, it doesn't work. It can't just
That
work by itself.
this is me old school way
Mhm.
also.
Right.
I was taught by a lot of DPs that I worked on for these
Director of
films.
production. Right. Uh-huh.
If if we can do everything on camera, the
Yeah.
better it is. If
Right.
we can do that, for me, I got when I got on for this, it was kind of like the birth of digital. It was still kind of, but a lot of time I learned to paint. Was doing visual effects by matte paintings and building
Right.
sets.
And fresh and new. Uh-huh. Yes.
So I worked for things like Phil Tippett's studio, I worked
Oh my
for
God, you
Rhythm and
worked for
Hues.
his. Oh, Phil Tippett has put out. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, yeah. We
Tippett.
were the
Okay,
art department. We were the art department. We
wow,
weren't. There was no title. Like I
yeah,
wasn't like a modeler. I wasn't a set painter. It was just the
yeah.
art department. We did what we
Did-
need to do. We slept on the ground. We slept under the table. Whatever. When we had to get stuff done,
Wow.
we
Oh, of course, of
it
course.
was all
Did you also
practical.
work? Did you also work with Stan Winston?
Stan Winston, I met, yes, a few times, but I
Wow.
never, it
Oh
was
my God.
always under somebody else's, but it was Stan Winston's studio or Phil Tipp's studio, but it was
Yeah.
always, we were subcontracted, or it was somebody who became later on a second unit director or visual effects supervisors. I
Tippett
was
is
hired on
amazing.
because I knew the digital side, and then it helped a lot because I was an artist at the same time. And a lot of my
Here's one
art
more.
skill was being taught when I was
Yeah.
doing
I,
this.
I think to this day, I think that the visual work and the effects that Stan Winston did on Jurassic Park and on
Yeah.
all of that still it still
So
is
if you want to
it
know,
set the bar like really high.
yeah.
So yeah.
So the product I was, the first time I saw Jurassic Park was,
Mhm.
believe it or not,
Yeah.
was they were going to do stop motion animation.
Right.
So the way it worked was, I remember getting a phone call from Phil Tippett. I think Phil was
Yeah.
doing the animation. Phil, I was getting the
Right.
phone call and says, "Hey, can you send somebody out and that could do this?" So I brought this product out with a personal animation recorder,
Yeah.
and that could play back, because what happened was they would do the stop motion with film. So you would take one frame and you
Right.
do next, but it takes 2 days to process the reel because it was 35 millimeter. You have to go
Right.
process it, develop it, then come back. Then you can watch the reel. If you made a mistake, it started all over again. So
Oh
we
no,
came
no,
up.
no. Yeah. So wow. Yeah.
So we came up with a product called the personal animation recorder that fit in this product called the Amiga. The Amiga was $5,000. $5,000 was a lot of money at the time, but it
Sure.
wasn't a lot of money for the studios.
Yeah.
So what
I
happened was,
remember.
mount a camera up to
Go ahead.
it, and
Yeah.
that would record one frame of digital,
Right.
and they could play that back, but at the same time, next to that digital frame was an actual film camera that shot,
The
so
film
they can
camera that had to
preview it
shoot it.
before they
Right.
actually shoot the actual film negative. So
Right.
we were
Right.
pre-visual for that, so you can actually play it back in real time. And you have to
Right.
remember, it was a hard drive. It was a 50 meg hard drive. It was about this long. It was the length of my arm. It was called an ESA card. It was full of
Guys,
chips. 50 megabyte was approximately about a minute. That's it. That's all we can store was a minute. And
what's the minute word? Yeah.
That was perfect because for an animator.
Yeah, for back then, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing I found out about Stan Winston, Tippett, and those earlier on. Remember how stop motion was with Ray Harryhausen? He's
That's
the
right.
one who defined stop motion.
Exactly.
I mean, Jason and the Argonauts, you look
Yeah.
at that, the Golden
That was
Fleece,
still
all of
one of
that,
my go-to
and you're like,
films.
wow, yeah, Harryhausen. And I was like, and I thought that was great. But then when I saw Star Wars for the first time, and I went and I saw it opening day. I was out there in May with Larry. We were standing in line waiting for this movie, about almost 3 hours in the middle of the Arizona, heat of the day. And we get in there. We're in this theater that's called Sidney Capri back then. It was huge. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a great auditorium, old style. It had its red curtains on either side. It was beautiful when they would part. And you had the movie. I saw a lot of great films there. In fact, the last one I saw in that old theater was Titanic when it came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the early in
I believe
'97.
it or not, I flew down to Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, cool, cool. Okay.
I brought the thing where James Cameron
Cameron.
wanted
Yeah.
to wanted to use that so he can edit pieces together in his hotel room that same
Wow.
night and bring it to and play it back. of what
No,
he was
wow.
thinking of doing. And that was the birth of pre-visual. Another project I worked on was, do you remember Sean Connery, Medicine Man?
I do.
The
Yes, I
high
remember
wire
that very
stuff.
well.
I
Yes.
was out in the jungle trying to figure out how to operate a keyboard at 150 meters or 150 feet away and trying to build these little amplifier box so the keyboards can actually work with the camera that's mounted on these like high wire that would be
So
pulled
you were doing the
across.
technical part,
I
yeah, on
was
that.
doing the
Okay.
technical part, yes. That's why I don't get
Nice.
a lot of credit. But what
You
happened
should
was
get
later
more credit
on,
for that, though. You really should. I mean, you should have a lot more.
this is where this came in.
Okay, so you got that. Okay.
That's where it was the product itself uh became synonymous for pre-visual and digital, right?
Uh,
That's when in 2000, that's when we got the award for it because everybody
Fantastic.
was
You
using
earned
it.
that.
Yeah. So going back to the original question was like,
Yeah.
um I was told by these great guys, if we can do it on camera, right? So if you can shoot everything on
Yeah.
camera,
On one camera,
better
right.
it is because the new directors at the time were like, we can fix it in post. We can fix it in post. We can fix it in post. They forget how much money post was.
They forget about post-production. I know. And you know what's amazing? This latest film that Suzanne and I went to see, we went to see Nosferatu, right? In a theater recently, last year, December 30th. And it's very well done. But there's at least 7 or 8 different visual companies that worked on it. And Willem Dafoe is great in it, but Bill Skarsgård, oh my gosh, when he gets into the character, he played Count Orlov. So when he
Yep.
gets into it, like he instantly freaked the out of me.
Well,
I mean,
there's some
I got
actors that are like
scared.
that, right?
What's that?
There's actors that are like that. Yeah.
Thrill was on.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Cross
Right.
Comic is, I believe I believe I've met him a few times. I just got to remember the face. Yeah.
Well,
I usually
he was
do.
also he also did Pennywise, in both
Yeah.
It Chapter 1 and 2, which we own, and that is
I did not know
fantastic.
I did not know he was Pennywise until I looked
He
him in
was
his credits.
Pennywise in
Yeah.
it. Yeah. In fact, we also have the TV miniseries that had Tim Curry as
That's
Pennywise,
great.
and he literally said that he saw Bill Skarsgård for the first time in full makeup, watched him in the first film, and it scared the beep out of him. So,
Yeah.
like, if that scares Tim Curry, that's effective. I mean, you know,
I
that's with all the
I
nightmare
I
fuel and
remember
everything.
Tim Curry. Um he was in Burbank doing voiceover for one of the Barbie films from Mattel.
Oh God, okay. Tim Curry, hey, go figure.
Right?
Yeah.
The only person I like, I remember back in the day, there was this visual effects show. It was called Seagraph.
Seagraph, okay.
It used to run in the LA area and the whole bit, at the
Cool.
Anaheim Convention Centers and stuff.
Oh,
And I
nice.
remember running one of the booths and just walking down the aisle, and I saw this gentleman with a little bit of gray hair peeking out. And he was just like, and I was like, who's that? And I look up, and I was like, I go right across, and I know exactly. I go, oh my god, right?
Tim Curry.
You're yeah. It was
Oh.
uh
Well,
uh
see, I remember. See, now when he did Rocky Horror Picture Show back in '75, I was only 10 years old at the time, so I wasn't even old enough to watch it yet.
yeah,
But then, of course, when Rocky got cult status, it started coming out. My friend Larry and I, we used to go out every Halloween. We went out for like 3 years in a row and went to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show, done by a live, group of people, drama people and stuff that would do it, and they memorized everything. And
yeah,
so I felt like eventually I had to buy the movie itself. So I have the movie, but it's the two versions. People don't realize this. There are two versions of the film that came out. One was from the UK, one was from the United States when they
that's right.
redid it. And what happened was is in the UK they have an extra song which is called Surrender. Now that's available. It is on there, right? It's on our double DVD.
Right.
And then the other version of it is just the US version, and that one doesn't have the song.
Right.
So it just goes right to where the house lifts off with its early special effects and stuff like that, which is so cool.
My
You know,
my daughter just saw that for the very first time.
and what you think? What you think?
She loved it. She's it was my fault
Good.
because I have a lot of
Good.
musical at home too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my friends in LA are in stage productions and musicals,
Nice.
stuff like that.
Nice.
That's why some of it you'll in IMDb that's probably why they gave me credit.
Oh, I'm sure that's why. I'm
Because
sure that's
I
why.
did like little short animations for them to play in between their things. I think that's what
Yeah.
I did, or I must have filmed something for them, or something. It was always some sort of interactive things with these actor friends of mine, right?
Yeah,
So
cool.
that's how they go about it. Yeah. Let's see.
So Cross Comment said that he's not sure. I think we might have met
You
Loke
probably did.
at Pop Culture Can
Yep.
here in Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
Cooley says, and then I believed my booth was across from yours. I was selling my own comic book or books. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
I do a
And
lot of
Carlito
these.
Classico, he's
Yeah.
here. Oh, hello,
Yeah.
Carlito.
Yeah, Naman is off now. Naman's off air. He's taking a break, so we're about
And
to end soon.
Loke, I really appreciate you
Oh, no
having me
worries.
on board. I'm getting ready to go myself because I have another friend I'm supposed to attend
Yeah,
a stream with. So I appreciate you, and I will come to more of these. If you do more of these, I would definitely be here
yeah.
for you.
We do
And I,
these Wednesday. What happened was Naman had a stroke, and
oh no,
so
I'm sorry. I didn't know he. Oh,
oh
sorry.
yeah, that's the so what I do with these stream is every Wednesday around 9:30 Eastern time.
Okay,
We go in, everybody's allowed to join, and it's just today he's a little bit tired, so we figure we'll just chill and hang out. Normally, what happens is I do these little lessons on. Basically, I want to get him back to drawing because he was trying to
cool.
get his arm back into right.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason for it is I'm trying to get his arm back into. So we do these every Wednesday. We do these lessons. So I try to teach little bits of basic of drawing techniques. Maybe next
That's
week
cool.
I'll teach how to do ink wash.
Ink wash
So
is
that
good. Yeah.
way, yeah, and we do a little bit of lessons, and sometimes we have other artists. I'll bring in some artist friends who just jump in, and we just draw and talk like what we did right now, right? Just chill and hang.
Mouse. There's a mouse.
Oh, really?
Okay, I was just pointing out to a real life mouse that was just running.
It's the
Uh,
winter. They usually come
it's the winter. Yeah,
in.
so that's where one of my cats was trying to catch this little guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Anyway, but I'll let you go, Luke. And again, thank you so much for allowing
oh,
me
no
to be up
worries.
here. I feel honored and blessed to be able to
When's
talk with some celebrity.
yeah? When's your next show? What are you doing next?
Well, we are doing actually, well, my next webcam series is going to be, like I said, restarting on Monday, the 13th of January, where we'll be, discussing the next episode from season 4 of Red Dwarf. And then, of course, like I said, we do TOS on Tuesday. We do 2 episodes of uh, the Greatest American Hero on Wednesday, 2 episode review of the A Team on Thursday. Then on Saturdays, not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday on I believe the 18th. Yes, on the 18th, I plan on doing later that evening. I'm going to be doing a special Star Trek fan film review. Just myself for now. I don't know who else would want to join me, but we'll figure it out. But anyway, what I'll be doing is watching the previous Star Trek fan film. I've seen pretty much all of them that ever since they've been premiering on YouTube, but I'm just going to pick one out at random, watch it, and then on Saturday I do a review of it. I'll put the episode up there so I can share it on screen. I'll just play a few, couple seconds, couple minutes here or
Yeah.
there of the episode so people can get a gist of it, and then I'll give my review on it, my grade on it, and everything. I plan on doing that every other Saturday. That's in the plans anyway. I hope to do that on Saturdays. Then the following Saturday, I'll be doing a Star Wars fan film.
Oh, that's
So I'll
cool.
be watching that and then doing a review of that. So that's
Right.
what we plan on doing. And then we have other live streams throughout the course of this year, which we're doing for special events, for birthdays, anniversaries of our fellow family community members. We have 226. We only need 24 more to reach 250, and we'll do a special stream for them. And we also I'm planning to work on a few other projects with friends relating to pop culture. Um, in fact, this coming Saturday, there's a friend of mine, two friends of mine that are doing the Avengers, and they're going to be doing just the episodes with Dame Diana Rigg, who was on it as Emma Peel,
Right.
in black and white and then to color. So, so that's going to be fun. That'll be fun to work on. And then
What's your
one of my other
what's
friends.
your YouTube channel so
Oh,
people can
okay.
subscribe to you?
It is. Yeah. Let me pull it up, and I will put it in the chat. Yeah, let me just pull up my channel here real quick. Yeah, just give me a moment. Hold on. Yeah, let me pull up my channel. There we go.
So people can actually follow along and all that stuff.
Oh
That's
yeah,
awesome. Cross comics.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, I'll put it in here. Give me a moment.
Yeah. Stick it in the private chat, and I'll copy it over to. I don't know if
In the
you.
private. Okay, sure.
I don't know if you can put it in the main chat. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I don't think I can yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Stick it
okay.
in private, and I'll copy it over.
Okay, there it is for you. That's
All
my
right.
main. That's our main channel, Mikey Sus for. So
So
that's
everybody gives.
basically. Yeah, that's basically me, my wife Suzanne, but she likes to go by Suze sometimes. And the four is our first four letters of our last name. So
There you go. Right.
there it
So
is.
make sure to give them a sub on that if you like pop culture stuff. If you want to see films and stuff like that, just give him a
Yes.
sub and ring the belt and the whole bit, and he'll
Oh
notify
yeah,
when
make
you
sure you
put
do
that.
the whole thing. When you sub, make sure you hit that all notifications bell
Yeah.
so that you can be notified of any future webcam reviews I do, live stream reviews we do. It's a fun channel. It's still building. We've only been streaming since April of 2023. So when we reach that mark this year, it'll only be 2 years, but we've had the channel up for 7.
That's
And
great.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
cross
great.
comment's been subbed. Oh, thank you so much. You
No
sued
worries.
me?
So yeah, everybody, just an FYI, Nam and I will be back next Wednesday, and we'll figure out something. I think I want to teach him how to do ink wash, because the reason for that is I just bought myself a bunch of new acrylic ink. So I want to give it a shot. We'll do some watercolor techniques on how to use the brush and stuff like that.
Sounds great.
That way, that will help with whatever art that you're working on. That will give you a little bit of techniques, how to use shadows and how to use lights and tones and stuff like that. And while this is drying, I'll probably work on it again, maybe tomorrow, the next day. But other than that, you'll find me hanging around somewhere. Links are in the description for Naman stuff. You'll find Naman. Then keep an eye out for Comic for Curing Cancer, you guys. So that is coming up. That's year round. So I'm just going to give you that.
Yes, and it's a great cause. I used to do
It
some
is a very
walks
great
for.
cause. I do have a piece that will be in the new book, and that piece will be auctioned off. And this is the piece that I'm gonna mail out to. That will be auctioned off. So it's an actual acrylic piece of the. So this will eventually look something like this when I get finished painting it.
Beautiful.
So this is the Goblin Queen with a boob window kind of thing. Original art will be auctioned off for Comic for Curing Cancer. 100% of the proceeds will go directly to cancer research,
Right.
either the American Cancer Society or the Canadian Cancer Society or whatever the society that you have in your country. So keep an eye out for that. If you guys are on Instagram, there's Comic for Curing Cancer. There's the donation if you guys, that's all year round if you guys want to help out. It goes back to a good cause. It helps out a lot of community, from comic communities to creators like myself, even professional creators. Help them with, especially in the U.S. where medicine isn't universal,
Yeah,
where the
yeah,
medical
right,
bills is a little
right.
much, right? So this
Yeah,
is a good cause. Just keep an eye out for this. A lot of the comic book communities will be running auctions, giveaways, and so forth. That is coming up. I believe it's happening in April. I believe. I'm not sure. But
well,
you can check.
you do have walks. You have walks here in the GTA, right, for breast cancer and that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Those are sometimes I do. There's a event I do, Capes for Kids,
nice.
which is for the Holland Blur Group, which is a I guess it's kind of like a children's hospital, and we do Capes for
Cool.
Kids where sometimes they ask us to come in and we sketch pledges for them. So people would, put $5, $10, and they
Great
get
cause.
sketches and stuff like that.
Yeah, great
For
cause.
and the money goes directly to the hospital and helps out kids and stuff. But
Oh,
this one
good.
here is Comic for Curing Cancer. I have family members and friends who had cancer who went through a lot of this, and I do have a lot of comic book friends who went through
Yeah,
this and didn't make it, but fuck cancer.
but
Excuse my French.
still a great cause. It'll help other people to become cancer survivors. My wife is a cancer survivor, so
Yeah, yeah. My mother-in-law lost half a lung already, so, and she doesn't even smoke, so that's
wow.
that's the it affects everybody, but it's
Oh,
detectable now, so right.
yeah, it
But
certainly
yeah,
does.
yeah, there'll be art pieces and stuff. This year, instead of trying to do 19 commissions, I'm probably going to do only about 4 or 5.
Right.
And the money will go
Yeah,
directly.
don't try to overwork yourself. Try to
The
enjoy
first
life.
event took a lot
That's
longer.
what I'm
Yes.
saying. Just try to enjoy life a little bit. But I better go. So thank you
Yeah.
again for allowing me here. Like I say, I'm always honored and blessed to be a part of other people's, panels like this and to be with their channels and hang out.
Yeah.
And we're
Thanks
all
for
in this
hanging out.
together. And we're all in this together. So we're all for each other. And like I said, check out my channel. Check out Loke's channel here always, and check out Cross Comics. He's got his Tuesday night chill stream he does next Tuesday. So
Yeah.
that should be fun. I'll look for that, Cross Comics. And thank you both, the Comic Bookworm and Loke Nguyen, for uh, putting out our channel out there. We appreciate that. And all of you folks, take care of yourselves. God bless. And of course, let's pray for everybody in Tibet, in California, and in
Especially California. Yeah.
especially California, and everywhere. That's it.
Yep.
Things are going on. So take care, everyone. Good night.
All right. Have a good night, Mikey. All right.
Oh,
Good
thank
night,
you, Loke.
everybody.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for joining in. So, yeah. And we're going to end the stream, and we'll see you next week. All right.